on Channel 13 News, is this America's most haunted building? With a history of murder and being home to 30 ghosts, the Olde Park Hotel is definitely scary.
The owner of this hotel is frankly crazy. He recently took possession of a so-called demon doll and claims that it's made the haunting in his hotel much darker.
From the moment we walked through that front door, I just felt like we're being watched. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're being followed right now. It'd be a little scary to think if a group came in here and did a ritual without telling us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and open something up that we don't know about, because there are some very dark things happening in this building now. We had some people push down our stairs. I mean, we don't talk about this stuff, like I said, but there are some things that happen in there. What did I just drop?
Oh, the rosary just fell off. Is the reason why you won't tell us your name because you're not a human being?
I'm hearing hundreds of things growling at me in these headphones.
I am deaf.
Come on, ring the bell.
That cross was not in the center of that doll's forehead?
It was down here. It was a record.
So you didn't put it there?
No.
On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're at one of the most haunted places in the entire state of Texas, the Olde Park Hotel here in Ballinger, Texas.
These times make me question the injustice of life. I'm putting on a new hat, going out to fight.
Tonight we have an entire abandoned hotel to ourselves, and this place is notorious in the town that it sits in for just how haunted it really is. There have been murders here, and the dark history of this building lends itself to the violent and unpredictably scary haunting.
I won't forget to tell you when it's done. Just be patient, my son.
So join us tonight and come check in if you dare to the Hotel of Horrors. I'm Colin Brown, thanks for tuning in this week, and you're watching this extremely dark and disturbing episode of the Paranormal Files. Okay guys, today we are in Ballinger, Texas, headed to one of the most haunted buildings in the entire state. How does that sentence make you feel?
So happy.
This?
No, I'm terrified, honestly.
Oh, me too, man. This location is notorious for how haunted it is. And I've actually been here in the past years ago, and while I was in the building, something took control of me for a moment. And I've never had something else happen like that really again to the degree that it happened this time. So, yeah, I'm a little bit creeped out, but
The places you bring me to, man.
I know.
That's not right.
just average brother-in-law bonding time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can't go to like a football game or something like that. We gotta go to a place like this where
Oh.
we might die.
Here it is, dude. Oh, shit. The Olde Park Hotel. This is seriously one of the most notorious haunted buildings in the state. The past owners said there are 30 ghosts here. 30 different spirits. And Dan, the owner, when I was talking to him earlier, said that there's something darker that's in the building nowadays. Something that just happened 3 weeks ago that may have brought it in.
God.
So, just an average Tuesday in our lives. Just another Tuesday, folks. Any famous last words?
What have I done with my life?
I'm gonna get that chiseled on your tombstone.
Honestly, what have I done?
Well,
What have I continued to do?
yeah, well, we're definitely gonna continue tonight because we're right fucking here.
Well,
Good luck to us. Everybody say a prayer for us online. All right, brother, let's head in.
the Olde Park Hotel. A place that I hadn't heard much about before tonight, but definitely will be saying how scary this is to everybody I come into contact with. I mean, this place is something else. It looks very small and quaint just from going inside, and even just from the outside of the building, it doesn't look like much. But once you get inside and you realize how big this place actually is, it makes it even more terrifying. The stories that have happened in this place, the deaths, the murders, so much history just packed into one place that, I mean, you're bound to have something freaky to happen to you. Collins told me stories about this place of how he got taken over by a dark entity here that made him want to hurt people. Made me a little weary to go back into this place with him. Who knows what could have happened? I mean, as you're gonna see in the evidence that we got, I mean, there's still something that remembers him here. And still feels as if it has unfinished business.
The Olde Park Hotel in Ballinger, Texas. Now, this place was actually one of the first places that I really came to when I started filming for my channel. I think it was like the 11th place that I rented out to come film a video at. I've known Dan, the owner, for years. We filmed back here in 2018, which seems like an incredibly long time ago. And the first time was absolutely crazy. We had some poltergeist activity happen, nothing too extreme, but what happened to me, and it's something I still think about to this day all the time while we're filming, is how I got taken over. Now I'm going to include some footage here to give you some context, but there's an evil, angry cowboy spirit or energy or demonic entity, whatever you want to call it, because they don't really have a record of who it was or what they're doing here. But when I was in one of these rooms, the first time I was here, I felt like I got taken over by something that made me want to strangle or kill or hurt somebody. Just check out this clip from that old episode now.
I'm going up the floor here.
Okay, let's get you downstairs.
That's okay, I'm good. I just want to see where this goes. So I really usually don't have like physical stuff happen, but it's like right behind my left eye.
Oh my
it's
god!
Like a stab.
Oh my god! Look, temperature.
What about
There's a cold breeze right here.
Whoa. What'd you get? Something just grabbed my hand, dude. Like something just literally went like this. Like right here when I was in the back of the group staring at that door over there.
really?
I'm not even trying to bullshit you guys and
Y'all
try to
hear
make
that?
something sensational. That just happened to me.
Oh, dude, the moment I get in here, it's choky. It makes me nauseous. Okay, so we're gonna turn the lights off now. I'm gonna put the noose around my neck. This is in the room where the girl was killed / hung, possibly hung herself. There you go, my camera just died. Okay, so I just stepped in the other room because everyone is around here right now. And I just want to say right now that all I can think about when I'm walking down this hallway is you. All I want to do is look at these people and say, you. It's one fucking hit. I was literally walking down the hallway and I'm gonna take someone just shove them. Oh my god, I feel dizzy.
Yeah, and so now that you've seen that, I think you can understand a little bit of why I was really on edge coming back to this location. I mean, I lived in Texas for years afterwards. We got so much good evidence. It was almost like I should have come back because of what happened, but I don't know. I think I've been avoiding it because this place frankly scares me. And after learning what we learned during this trip and experiencing what we experienced this time, I just think that it's gotten darker. And I think the first time there were really only human energies here, and I think now there's a dominant inhuman energy that we connected with that oh!
What the?
Yo! Come on here. What the fuck during the interview? What the fuck? Has that ever happened, bro? What was that, like a bang? Or like a... Yo, look at... This is what we're talking about. Oh, dude. I have chills. My hair's on end. What did that sound like to you? Bang. Oh, dude, that was right when I said inhuman, too. Find us now.
Is there somebody down there in the hallway? Did you hear us talking about you?
Was this door shut? This one? No, this one. Shut up. Wait, no, seriously. We had to shut that. That's trippy though. We just did our B-roll and we're doing our interviews right now. I swear to God, like 99% sure this was not closed. In the middle of the interview too, guys. Look at this is what I'm talking about. This is what we're talking about. This place is fucking scary. Okay, well, whoever's here, please let us finish this interview. It's actually got way colder though. You feel that? Like goosebumps all of a sudden. This place is scary. That was scary. We just heard a bang in here. I don't know if that door slammed by itself or what, but it is active in here, and it's like something doesn't like Connor and I, as you're gonna see after this video. Something was really with us. But let's get to the historical tour with the owner, Dan, now, so you can learn a little bit of the history. I just feel like we're being watched.
First thing, welcome back to the old park. I know you guys have been wanting to come back for a while. It's been several years since you've been back, but we need to tell people what the place is about and how it started.
By the way, you never introduced yourself.
Oh, yes. Welcome. I'm Dan LaFave, owner of the Olde Park Hotel, circa 1886 Olde Park Hotel. Me and my wife Connie bought this building nearly 8 years ago, and we bought it to initially restore it. To this day, we don't really know why we bought it. We're still trying to figure that out. Most people think you are out searching for a haunted building or a historical building. It doesn't work that way. To this day, thinking back, we feel like this building found us. And this building kept coming at us because when we first showed up here in 2015, just like you all are here, it was an antique store, and this place was just full of antiques. And I saw a big story right after Halloween, creepy story, and it grabbed my attention because I've been doing the paranormal for years, and I obviously wanted to see this place. I wanted to see what that story was about. So I contacted that owner, and it was right after Halloween, and the previous owner just blew me off like you won't believe. I understood because she said that since that story came out at that moment, everybody wanted to see this building. And in her words, this building was a local secret at that time. In other words, everybody in town, this whole area, knew just how haunted this building was. And people walked circles around it. People still walk circles around it because of its notoriety. And now it's a lot more well known because of the fact that we put it out. But what happened was initially, she blew me off and I thought I'm never gonna hear from her again. And a month later, she calls me because we exchanged information. And this was the end of November, and it was really cold, dark, gloomy. Cold front had come through. She's like, why don't you come up and see the building? I couldn't think of a worse day to go see a so-called rumored to be haunted building. It was bad. I could barely see 10 feet in front of our truck hood. So we jump into the truck, me and Connie, and we drive up here. And I come around the corner, and my first thought was, God, are we gonna walk in there? It was just looking at us, the building. I just felt like, couldn't see anything, could put my finger on it, but I just felt like we were being watched the moment we drove up that morning. And we came in, just like right here. Of course, this was full of antiques. And she's like, go look around. So we took off and we're walking around. Now, I didn't see anything and I didn't hear anything. But from the moment we walked through that front door, I just felt like we were being watched constantly. And I felt on edge. When we came down the stairs, which we're gonna go up in a second, we came down the stairs, we walked down, she met us right over here. She goes, what do you think? And I said, this building's awesome. 1800s building. It's not every day you see one in this condition. And it's been here a long time. And I said, I'm really impressed. And I said, I love it. And she goes, did you see them? And I'm like, no, I didn't see them, but I know they're here. I know there's something here. I just can't put my finger on it. Well, then she yells out, she's right here, and she goes, you know the building's for sale. And it's funny because I turned around and I looked at Connie, who was standing on the stairs behind me with this grin on my face. And Connie was like, well, we're not doing this today. It's not going to happen. And as good as it sounded at that moment about the building being for sale, I knew the reality of that. I was like, no, just no way. We're not even, it's not even a thought to make it possible. So we walked away. And then we went through a lot of tragedies after that. I lost my mom. Connie lost her mom a month later. And then we lost a brother-in-law a month after that. So we had 3 deaths, boom, boom, boom. Last thing on our minds was this building. We were just trying to get through everything. We were like wondering who else is gonna die. Another 2 months goes by after that. And I get a call. It was in the summer. And it's the owner. And she's like, I really want to sell this building to you. And I was like, what? And she's like, I really want to sell it. She goes, I've had a lot of offers from different people, but I don't feel comfortable with them. She goes, I could walk away with a lot of money, but I don't feel comfortable with it. She goes, I like what you guys were thinking about the history of it and preserving it, and of course preserving the paranormal in here. So we started talking. Next thing you know, there's a name on the deed. Then we walked in here that summer. It was hot. We had 1 air conditioner in this building. It was so hot. And we stood right here, and I was like, looked at Connie, and I'm like, now what? You know, we have this building, but now what? And it was empty. It was hardly any furniture in here. She had cleared out a lot of stuff, so the building echoed, which was even spookier. You just went to the rooms and you talked, and it just echoed. Started doing work right away, and things started happening from day one. I'm gonna walk you guys in the hall in a second, but day one we were standing in the hall. It was a Saturday afternoon. It was sunny outside. Curtains weren't even closed. It was just, last thing on her mind was ghosts. Even though she had told us all these stories, and one of the biggest stories she told us was there were 30 spirits here. And I remember to this day, I looked her back in the face and I was like, trying to keep from chuckling, but I was like, 30 spirits? And I thought she was gonna chuckle back at me, and she's like, she gives me the most serious look back, and she's like, yeah, 30 spirits. And to this day, I'm realizing how serious she was. She wasn't making it up. We were standing in the hall that particular first day. Last thing on our mind was ghosts, and I had a checklist, a work list in my hand, because this building needed a lot of work. And I was just trying to figure out how to make it all happen. Right at that moment, we start hearing a crackling of what sounded like a speaker system, an old something wiring. It started off with static and it got louder and louder and louder, and we're just kind of standing there looking at each other trying to figure out what is this noise, and it kept getting louder and louder, and all of a sudden we heard a pop, and this old woman's voice fills that hallway area right where we're standing, and the word hello comes out, and it was loud. It was so loud we just like looked at each other and we're like, what the hell was that? And it wasn't per se spooky at that moment. It was more like, where did this voice come from, and who is this person? And that was clearly the word hello. And it might have been a welcome, we don't know. Which just kind of started the history of all our experiences that we've had in here. We've had a lot. And when I say a lot, not making it up. As we walk around, I'll explain some of the stories. Place is crazy as we're walking around, we're gonna feel it. You've been here before. You know what happened to you before. It was crazy. The biggest thing that most people don't understand when they first drive up on this building is that the building looks weird. It's because it started off as a 2-story house, and we're inside the 2-story house right here. So that's an exterior wall. That's an exterior wall. This is the front, the back. So the house is upstairs. So we're in the house right here, which is probably the oldest part. We used to word circa 1886 because we don't know how old this building really is. The history of Ballinger is interesting because on June 29, 1886, they say as many as 5,000 to 6,000 people stood on this lot right across the street in a huge auction. And what they were doing is they were auctioning off lots. The Gulf Colorado Santa Fe Railroad Company, which was a huge railroad company at the time in Texas out of Galveston, was branching all the way diagonally from the Galveston-Houston area, going all the way to Santa Fe. And this railroad was going diagonally across Texas. So every town that knew this railroad was coming wanted it. At the time, there was a little settlement here called Hutchins, and this main street out here is called Hutchins in honor of it. Hutchins was an actual attorney out of Galveston, an actual railroad attorney. That's the reason why the town was named for him at that point. Old Runnel City, which was the county seat at the time, sat about 10 miles that way, and that's where the old jail that is said to have been moved over here used to sit, and that's where your judges, your sheriff, that's where everybody was, all your power. When the railroad came through, or they were hinting about coming through, Runnel City was all over it trying to get the railroad to go through there. They didn't try hard enough. I've done research in old newspaper articles looking at things. They thought they had it in the bag. They didn't. The railroad had another idea. The railroad was like, here's this little settlement of Hutchins next to the Colorado River. We're gonna form our own settlement. We're gonna build this up. We're gonna advertise it like crazy, and we're gonna try to create the next Dallas in West Texas, is what they were trying to do. 5,000 to 6,000 people standing out here on that lot that day proves how good their advertising was. And this little sleepy town, as sleepy as it looks out those windows right now, back in the day was a very busy, bustling town. A lot of power was here, a lot of railroad power was here. Said there were as many as 13 saloons in town, with a lot of things going on in those saloons, a lot of shootings, a lot of knifings, a lot of lynchings, you name it, it was taking place. And also 3 brothels in town. And this, of course, was rumored to be one of the 3 brothels. Actually 2 brothels over time. One around probably 1890, and the second brothel took place probably closer to World War II. And we could talk about the different areas as we're going through where the different brothels were. The first one was in this section. The second brothel was in the back concrete section. So what do you say we take a walk?
Let's go. Awesome, man.
Standing right here, you can see we've created a museum, a history walk. We actually have QR self-guided tour now where people can just scan these codes. They start right there, actually out here, and go all the way down. So we've made some really cool videos that go along with these QR codes to tell the history. But the way the history is the house is here. When Old Runnels got basically lost the bid for the railroad also went there and told everybody, we'll help you move your buildings here. We'll put them up on logs, have mule teams pull them. Basically everything came from Runnels. It was either brought over in solid form or broken down and brought over here. We have pictures to show that there were lots of lumber up along the street, so they were building everything up when Ballinger got formed. This part is really interesting. The two-story house was here, which is old. We know it's old. We don't know exactly when it was built. We have a hint that it could be 1886, but it could also be before 1886, which is really leaning in that direction. This part, from this wall going to the front and back, all this area, and we can walk in our room too. I'll show you our bedroom. Creepy things have happened back there. Most people don't realize where we sleep when a lot of groups are here and things do happen to us. This part right in here is said to have come from Old Runnels City, from another old building, and was brought in and it was attached to the two-story house. And we have pictures back here to show what the house looked like before all this took place. And there's also a really cool picture I want to show you right here, which shows the old jail and also the backside of this house. First of all, the restaurant that's next door, that's what it used to look like. And you can see they're all posing, lots of different people. The thing that upsets me about this picture, if they would have just shot 45 more degrees this way, they would have had the best view of our house.
Yeah, right.
That you can imagine. Our house is like right there, but you can't see it, unfortunately, in that picture. This picture you can. This is Hutchins right outside, which is a dirt road. This picture was shot from behind us looking back this way. I have an actual larger picture I can show you guys later because some of this has been cut off, but here is the backside of our house right here. There's the roof. There's the house. So you're looking over, here's the restaurant basically, what I just showed you. It's over here. The courthouse is over here. The 1925 jail across the street sits here now. Back then it didn't exist. There's your old jail right there.
On the gallows.
With the gallows right at the top.
That's
where they hung everybody. So there's a lot of energy
Right
here and right there. Because a lot of things took place. The gallows were clearly right there.
Wow.
So very big building. So now we've done a lot of history up on the walls for people. Here's some old advertisements back in the day. We found out the building was actually, when we bought the building, it was called the Olde Park Hotel in honor of the previous family that bought it in 1922, which was the Keel family, and I'll show you their picture in a second. They were here for 5 generations. We thought it was just one hotel after we bought the building. Then we started doing research, found out it was 3 other hotels before it became the Park Hotel. That's actually a real ad from the Park Hotel, $1.40 per day. The Keel family bought the Park Hotel in 1922. It became the Park Hotel in 1920. Before that, the very first hotel that it was called the Secrest Hotel. And back then they called it the Spidell Building.
Wow.
And George Spidell is actually a big financier here in town. So we helped them basically. I'll show you the Secrest family in a second. Now here's something really cool about the Secrest family. They were one of the first families here. We think a lot of the women spirits are here because I'm going to show you their picture in a second. I think one of them follows me around all the time, Octavia. Not too long ago, I want to say 5 weeks ago, I was in here by myself. Door was locked. I was getting ready for groups, and all of a sudden I hear a noise at the front door. I don't go look right away. Finally I did. I come to the front door. Nobody's around. So I unlock the door. I pull open the front door, take a look, and there is a note stuck to our front door, handwritten note that they taped to the door. It's from the Secrest ancestors.
Wow.
And they wanted to get together and do a meeting.
Wow.
She's 93 years old.
That's so
She's a
cool.
great-granddaughter of the women I'm going to show you in a second, Octavia Secrest. She's a great-granddaughter. She wanted to come back and meet with us. We just haven't been able to do it yet. And they're going to show us a lot of cool stuff. And we're going to talk about more things about what this building used to be and what took place. But I think it's pretty cool when you have a family contact you out of history and they want to come back. She wants to see this building before she dies.
That's crazy.
Again. This is actually one of the only buildings that exists that actually shows a picture of what they look like in Runnels City. So that's an actual building in Runnels City. What's interesting, the reason why we have this here, is if you study this top part, the way the structure is done, I want you all to look at the top of our building. It looks just like that.
Yeah, it does.
So it kind of matches that they might have been putting things together, making things up. One of our most interesting things, actually, let me show you the Secrest family first. I showed you the advertisements. They were one of the first people here. This is Washington Hampton Secrest II. These are all his daughters and his son. This picture was actually taken in Ballinger. They actually lived at another house, not here, but they were running things here. They had another house, and they posed in this picture. His father, Washington Hampton Secrest I, was one of the first Texas Rangers and was doing a lot of stuff down in Central and South Texas. His father was in the same group that arrested Santa Anna after the fall of the Alamo and brought him in. We think, we haven't totally proven this yet, but back in the day, Texas used to reward people with things, and it wasn't necessarily money. If you did something really good, they honored you by giving you land. Texas had a lot of it to give. Over time, these families have gotten rich in Texas from dissecting their ranches, and they end up with a lot of money because of that. He inherited a lot from his dad because of the stuff that was given to his dad. He went in and built a ranch up in Nebraska, and he also had the Secrest Hotel down here. So he's going back and forth. He gets old at some point, and he decides to turn that hotel over to his daughters. And this place becomes the Three Sisters Hotel, which we don't have an ad up on the wall because I can't find it. But we do know it existed because we have a old deed record showing it. Three sisters in this picture took it over from their dad. I want to show you the three sisters. And this is who contacted us recently, so we're going to find out a lot more. Here's the oldest, who's in that picture, Ellie Secrest, Minnie Ella Secrest, sitting in the middle. She's the oldest, born in 1880. Octavia Secrest, went by Octi Secrest. This is the one I think who follows me around in here a lot. Her great-great-granddaughter is also the one who's about to sit down with me.
Wow.
And talk about her grandmother. So that should be an interesting conversation. One of the things I want you all to notice when you study this picture is they're all posing. We don't know to this day exactly where this photo was taken, but we suspect it was taken inside there. And they were posing. Look how Octavia Secrest is dressed compared to her sisters. They're all posing for a family portrait. She's very elegant. If you study the way she's dressed, she's a lot more elegant than they are. In my opinion, she's more elegant than her older sister is.
Yeah.
So that raises some eyebrows to me. We don't know for sure. We can't totally confirm it, but this might be our madam.
Wow, that would be crazy.
The madam that we've been trying to search out all this time, because we think that they were running the Secrest Hotel under the guise of the first brothel to raise money. And then when their father took off and it became the Three Sisters Hotel, they had to figure a way to keep this building going. And I think they were doing it in secret. So we think our three sisters are Ellie, Octavia, and Elizabeth Kitty Secrest. Now lately we've been getting a lot of Elizabeth coming through, the name. So that might be our Elizabeth there, but she went by Kitty. Told you that we bought the family from the Keel family. They had it from 1922 on. That is John Henry Keel. and Virginia Pruitt-Kill, his wife. And they had this place for a long time till we bought it. And all their daughters are pictured here. Now their spirits are here. He's here, she's here, some of them are here. He's actually in the back in the workshop, which we're gonna go back there. And you guys, you were here before. Did you have anything happen to you in the workshop back here? I can't remember. Crazy things. He likes to bang on stuff back there. And he likes to throw stuff. He gets mad sometimes. He's just very aggravated. Part of it might be with the way his look is here. Mm-hmm. They say he had Alzheimer's in the end. And he didn't like women back there in his workshop. Look at all his daughters.
It's a cool picture.
I think it was his man cave back there.
Yeah, right.
Honestly. And I think the reason why he's banging on stuff when women go back there, all heck breaks loose. I think he's just like, get out, you know, he's like, go away. We have all sorts of pictures. I'm not going to go over everything with you guys, but you can scan over a lot. That's Ballinger, Judge Ballinger out of Galveston. Town was named after him. He was a very big railroad benefactor. The man never lived here one day in his life. And they named the whole town after him.
That's crazy.
It's because of influence. If you go to Galveston, you will see his house. Mm-hmm. You will see Hutchins, the previous settlement. You will see his house. And you also see Gretchen, which was another name that the settlement took over. They're all based out of Galveston. Yeah, they just have money. There's an old picture up here I want to point out. That is Hutchins out in front, right after Ballinger was formed. And you see all these buildings coming along. The courthouse doesn't even exist yet. The courthouse wasn't built to 1889. If you look in that picture in the very back, I think it's looking this way on Hutchins. And there's a 2-story house peering up over everything in the background. Does that look like the same house?
It does.
That is our house.
Is that a picture of this house?
This is this house right here.
Oh, that's super cool.
Shot from the top of the courthouse back in the day.
Wow.
And we have a famous picture of Ballinger in the glass case, which also shows this house in the background.
That's super cool.
If you look in that picture, it's like the only house there.
Uh-huh.
So whoever built this house had money,
right, to
put this thing up. And we strongly believe it's the Secrest family that built this house. We'll confirm that for sure. But they're all here, by the way. They just, I don't know if we tend to get, just like we're walking through right now, they like to follow. And they like to hear the stories. They like to hear, I don't know if they're making sure I tell them right, or I don't know if they're just interested in the groups, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're being followed right now, because that's the way it always is. Mm-hmm. You feel anything behind us right now?
I mean, it definitely feels like my back's colder than my front. So
you see the last person in the group as I'm leading usually starts experiencing things. So.
Well, good
you
luck.
get behind me, man.
This room right here, we fixed it up. We actually are dedicating this to the Secrest family, so we call this our Secrest sitting room now. And I have old Victrolas. Oh, by the way, these play. Let me in. This is a ritual Victrola from 1925. And when you strike these Victrolas up, you can do this during your investigation. You just got to be real careful as a crank handle. But when you start your record, there's no electricity in this thing, by the way. This is original from way back in the day. You just lift your needle down. And we have lots of old records. You can
That's so cool.
I'm going to tell you something creepy though. When you start playing these old records, I want you to watch what starts happening around you. It's a little creepy. It's an invitation. They will come in, and this room will fill with energy, all sorts of weird stuff happens. Now to go,
That sounds creepy.
it's very creepy, especially when it stops playing while you're doing it, which could happen because of the crank, but that thing does some weird stuff. Now what gets creepier
Oh, wait.
is this
What?
room.
Did you hear that, Dan?
What just happened?
It was a woman giggling.
I told you they listen to everything.
It was really like,
I told you they follow us. They listen.
No fucking shit.
So creepy.
You didn't hear that?
No, I was too far over, but
Dude.
I've heard it before.
Oh my god, I have
We used to get
chills.
women giggling or we get kids giggling. Not too long ago, we had a lot of kids giggling at everybody.
That sounded very
It
clear.
sounded almost like upstairs.
I don't know where it was.
I have like full
You have
goosebumps. That's fucking crazy.
That was so creepy.
Dude, I can't believe you didn't hear that. That was so loud.
This is just the beginning, guys.
Oh, great.
Stuff. Now it gets creepier.
Oh, wait.
Now it gets creepier.
Oh, wait.
What's funny is maybe she was giggling because of whatever I was about to show you.
Oh, God.
The psychomanium. I got the idea to create this. Now, where I got this idea, some haunted places put these in, but where I got the idea was I started reading the research done behind it. A real college professor did a research paper on this and created this whole thing. And the research paper, if you print it out, comes out about that thick on his research studies. So this isn't just something crazy that just jumped out of something. This was an actual college professor. And they got the idea that you can communicate with spirits through mirrors. So the idea is to sit in the chair all by yourself, basically with some light source, which you have that I've created.
Sounds horrible.
You make sure nobody else is around. You sit and you communicate. Basically, you meditate. And the crazy things that have been happening, and it happened not too long ago again, is they start to see faces, but the creepy thing in here is they start to hear somebody walking up to the door right before it happens, because they're in here, nobody else is around. They'll hear somebody walking up to the door. Sometimes the doorknob will start turning. Sometimes they'll just hear somebody right outside the door and they'll yell thinking it's somebody from their group and nobody answers. Or they'll look out and there's nobody around. And then you start to little deal in the mirrors. People from the 1920s have been appearing to people out of these mirrors. And it's almost like they're happy that you can finally see me.
That sounds so scary. Oh my god, dude. People from the 1920s, dude. That's like the creepiest kind of ghost.
Hi, I'm right here.
The way I would be out of there so fast.
Yeah.
A lot of people have. I hear running all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not
people
the
run in
ghosts
this
that
building all the time. The men scream louder than the women do.
Well, that's, it's interesting because they say when there are mirrors facing each other, that's almost a battery. It can be a good thing or it can be a bad
They're portals.
thing. Yeah.
There are portals. And as much doubt I had when I first put this in and all the things I've seen, I'm starting to I think it's real.
Oh, shit. Maybe one of us needs to try it tonight.
Who's going to be the guinea pig?
It's weird. I don't know who you're looking at.
Somebody always has to be the guinea pig.
I did one of those a couple years ago and it was spooky. I did it with candlelight.
What you gotta do is put those new goggles on and do it.
This is cool because I had the opportunity to buy this a few years ago, and it's very cool. It's what you call a shadow box. All this belonged to the same woman and was all put together. Now, the thing that blows me away is back in the day, the women, before they could even go out, had to make sure they were dressed up very prestigiously. And you imagine how hot that would be?
No.
Because, I mean, they didn't just have gowns on, they had petticoats under them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's a corset right there. Can you imagine putting that corset on?
And the Texas
Put it on and pull it?
No.
That corset right there would crack ribs. Mm-hmm. I mean, literally. And look at that small foot. I couldn't even get my big toe in that shoe if I wanted to try.
Me either.
Now we're about to go to Mr. Keel's area and also some other things that we've done back.
I always forget how big this building is.
It's just over 10,000 square feet, and we're getting ready to add more. We're getting ready to turn some other stuff into rooms, so it's going to be even bigger before we get done here. One thing I do want to show you real fast, one of our newest additions is our seance room.
Oh, shit.
3 weeks ago,
dude, did you light these today?
These actually belong to Patty Negri.
Wow.
Off of Ghost Adventures.
Uh-huh.
And Patty's a good friend. Been here before, but we got the idea to do our first seance ever in this building, and we did it 3 weekends ago. It's December 9th. Patty sat right there. There were 19 people in this room for that seance. Jeez. And I will say this room, this area lit up like I have never felt it light up. And there was almost like pressure. It was like being in an airplane at 60,000 feet. I felt like my ears were gonna pop when she started the seance. Wow. It just filled with pressure like you won't believe in here. And things just started happening. Some of these things might have to do with this board right here. This was given to us as a gift. It was made. You can see it says Olde Park. It was actually made. Here's the creepy part. The wood that this was made from came from a house that was on a famous Dead Files episode out of Nebraska. And it was one of their most compelling episodes. Let me see if I have a picture to show you. This is the episode, and this is where the wood from that house came from.
Interesting.
And they always referred to the entity as the trickster. Ever since we brought the board in, we didn't even know initially, we found all this out later. We don't use the board, it was a novelty because it was given to us, but things started happening. One thing that started happening, us and other people realized when we took our REM pods or our K2s or whatever we had, paralanterns, which hardly ever go off, when you stand those things on top of this Ouija board and just leave them, watch what happens. I guarantee there's no electricity in this table. Electricity is way up here. There's nothing. There's candles, there's wood, there's the board. It will set off your devices like you won't believe, just when you rest them on top of that board. And ever since we did this seance, I mean, there were things happening in this room before, but ever since we did this seance with Patty, this room is just, it's a different. We can't put our finger on it. The other night, there was a group here. They were doing some things in here, and they got growled at by something right out here in the hall. And it growled at them 5 more times that night throughout the rest of the building. They woke me up at one point. Actually, I came out to get a drink. I didn't even know what was happening, and they all ran up to me. They were like, Dan, they were shaking when they were telling me. They were like, something growled at us. And it didn't just do it once. And this was where it first happened.
It's never a good sign.
It's got to make you wonder.
Yeah. This is a bell.
I lit all these candles up for y'all tonight just so you'd have them. Just kind of give you an idea of what we were experiencing that night, what the table looks like. I would tell you when you sit down at this table and you do things on your own, it's interesting.
Man, it's like you can feel the warmth from the candles in here.
It feels very nice and toasty too.
There's a heater. I do have a heater. It's a little cold, so I did put a heater in, but you guys can turn it off if you want to experience the true cold spot.
Feels very nice.
But what's interesting is, okay, it is warm in here because of the heater. Wait till you start feeling the cold. When it comes in here, is bitter, and we don't know what. I mean, it is winter outside. It is an old building, but there's something about the coldness that's been in this building for the last 3 weeks. It's crazy.
Are we like underground right now? Or is
not underground, but we're on the first floor.
Where is it? Like from the outside, this building looks so small.
Oh.
But this is huge.
You get lost in it. And when you're walking in and around by yourself with all things happening, yeah, it's
great. Yeah. Another location that I get lost
in. You almost forget like the outside world is out there. That's the way this building is. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I love this place. It's so cool.
Yeah. Now you're gonna especially love this.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Everybody, I just showed you a small Ouija board.
That is badass.
A Ouija table.
I've never seen something like this, man.
I need one of these.
This room is nuts. This room's off the chart when you're doing things in here. Now, what's funny is we had this here before. Now, we didn't search this out. We have a lot of things given to us people contact us out of the blue. They're like, would you like to have this? So an antique dealer contacted me one day, and he was interested in doing a book in here. So he starts talking about, I have this old table, Ouija table. Would you like to do a trade? So I was like, sure. So we brought it in, and ever since we brought the table in and we put it in here, we even have this doll with Ouija all around her. There's just something. There's something we haven't used the table ourselves, but we just put devices on it, just like the seance room, and just weird stuff happens. Now, I don't know if other groups have done things on this table. I'll be honest with you, I don't monitor everybody. So I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, it'd be a little scary to think if a group came in here and did a ritual without telling us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
really
and open something up that we don't know about, because there are some very dark things happening in this building now.
More recently?
Just over, when you were here, you had crazy things happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ramped up, and a lot of things we don't put on social media because, again, it might make people a little too nervous to come in here. Because we get all elements of people. We get families that come in here. We get paranormal groups. Some people are used to it. Some people aren't. I've had groups screaming out in the middle of the night going out our door. It just depends what happens. But now that we have this here, and we also have a seance room right across the hallway, it's weird.
I swear I've heard like 5 things when you were just talking, like whispering out here.
Like they're commenting about what we're doing.
Yeah, there was like.
Yeah. And of course, this is from Halloween. He's been here for I don't know how long. People were like, I was going to move him, and I put a thing up on social media. I said, what do you think? And they were like, leave him. He's in the Ouija room. Leave him. He's perfect. You know, so that's where he sits. We're now going into that
I swear, Jim,
Yes.
I gotta say, this place feels really heavy, like charged tonight. Compared to last time, it's like...
It's
really
a different
thick.
animal than when you were here before.
Yeah.
And you had intense stuff happen to you before, and it's a different animal. There's just been crazy things. We had some people push down our stairs. I mean, we don't talk about this stuff, like I said, but there are some things that happen in there. People get taken over. We don't know necessarily what's happening. We're gonna go upstairs in a second, and I'm gonna show you guys the doll room. Years ago, people started donating dolls, and it's full of dolls. You haven't seen this room yet. Okay.
I don't like dolls.
When people talk about doll rooms, there are doll rooms, and then there is our doll room. I tell people when you walk into this doll room, because there's clearly over 35 dolls in there now. I say, pick the ones that are haunted ones. And people look at me and they're like, what? And they'll pick what looks like the scariest doll, and I'll be like, nope. I'll be like, that's not one. At least I don't think it's one. And then I'll start pointing out the 15 real haunted dolls in the room. And eyeballs start getting really big. And there is the latest doll up there. Her name is called Jolita. And this doll was offered to us, and we were told several bad stories about it. And I was very comprehensive. I was apprehensive, should I say, about bringing this doll in here.
Something keeps like messing with my neck.
Dude, that happened to me earlier. I swear to God, dude. When we were starting
Like someone's
off the
playing with the
interview-
hairs on the back
when
of
we
my
were
neck.
starting in the interview, I am not kidding. That's exactly what I was feeling. I just didn't say it.
Dude, that's so weird that you said that.
They're
actually.
here. I mean, they're around us. They're constantly around us.
It's
I mean,
strange. It just feels like heavy.
Yeah.
We're never like this during interviews either.
And you guys are holding cameras.
I know.
And whenever they see people holding cameras, they really go after you.
Yeah, put that.
It's almost like your beacon, you know?
Mhm.
That's kind of the way I look at it now.
100%.
Yeah. Now, I've sold a lot of Halloween stuff, like I told y'all earlier. We used to Halloween haunted house, but
Oh, God.
we do have some objects still.
Oh, God,
Just
dude.
imagine walking in there on accident.
That is the boogeyman, by the way.
Yeah, no thank
Really tall
you.
one.
Oh my god.
Hopefully you don't see him moving through here tonight.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
He'd be kind of hard to miss, though.
Yeah.
I always have to point this room out because if I forget, groups walk around and they'll open the door at some point and I hear screams. So there's a reason why I have to point it out to everybody. This is Mr. Keel's workshop I told you guys about. This does not look like much. I have not changed anything ever since we first bought the building. I have not changed anything in here short of moving this lawnmower in here. There's a reason. I'm a little nervous about changing anything. This was his workshop. Everything in here is the way it looked. He does not like people in here. He likes to bang on things, and if he wants you out of here, he's going to let you know. We started off when we first bought the building. We have 15 old light bulbs that were sitting on top of that. This bookcase right here, because I changed out light bulbs, so I just have the old ones sitting right here. He spent time tossing them and throwing them into that corner and breaking them after people will walk out the room.
Really?
Yeah, 15 light bulbs over time, all smashed. There's probably still glass behind that.
That's crazy.
That thing.
That's powerful, too.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. He throws stuff in here. And there's something else in here, too, with him. We don't know, something not good. There's something. And there's something about this bathroom. You can't approach this bathroom from this side, but I want you guys to come over here. Oh, I'm gonna have to move some stuff out. That bathroom, when you walk in there, this is Halloween stuff, but I can easily move it out. When you walk in that door, that bathroom, it's just creepy. You just get a weird feeling. And there's also
uneasy right now.
I know,
there
me
is
too.
this one's covered up too. That bathroom's creepy also. Inside there.
The bloody bathroom?
It even has Halloween blood on it. Somebody threw Halloween blood on that door. This is interesting.
Yeah, right. That's probably what you told the police too, huh?
Those are stories we don't want people to know.
Yeah. Talk about that off camera.
This room right here doesn't look like much, but sometimes when you're walking past, especially coming this way, you'll glance in and you can swear like you see figures sitting in those chairs. Looking back at you.
Is there a room in here that isn't haunted?
No.
Oh, great.
You don't, that's the thing about this place, you don't know where it's going to come at you the next time it comes at you. It's like, it could be anywhere. Before we go upstairs, I'm going to show you my room, which you can't go through the door because I haven't bolted, but this is where I sleep. Even though I'm an ex-paranormal investigator, did it a long time, I've been in a lot of places, and of course we took this place over, been almost here 8 years. This is all Halloween stuff, by the way. I still have to clear up a lot of this. But this is where I sleep. Most people don't realize that I'm sleeping in this building just like everybody else. And one of my creepiest experiences happened right here, and it actually happened again the other night. That's why I want to relay this to you. Right after we bought this building, we started having people in here. We live 40 miles away. So in the very beginning, we were kind of leaving the building open for people and thinking, oh, maybe we can go home and everything will be fine. People started taking off in the middle of the night and leaving our front door open. So right away, we're like, okay, we're going to have to rethink this whole thing. We're going to have to create a bedroom. And we're going to have to actually be here for some of these groups, because if they take off, we can't have our front door open. So we created this, where we sleep. Right after we bought the building, first time we slept right here, I was on this side, my wife was on this side. We had done a evening event. People were so excited, they didn't want to leave. Like 1 a.m., we're like, you have to go home. Well, we were too tired to drive home that night, so we decided to stay here. And it's the first time we'd ever slept in this building. So I told Connie, I was like, let's lay right here, turn off all the lights, we'll lay right here, and let's just listen. Let's see what happens.
Did I hear that?
Oh, that was a footstep up above us. And that's what happens a lot of times, by the way.
I heard like it sounded like something smack, and then
Yeah,
footstep.
somebody's walking like right there. That was clearly walking right up in there.
Ask him to do something.
Yeah, we're gonna go up there in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, finish your story.
By the way, I hear when I'm here by myself a lot of times, I'm laying right here and they'll walk right across. And you should see my face when it happens. I'm just like, there they go again. You know, and it makes you nervous. I don't care how long you've been in here, it makes you nervous every time it happens. It just grabs you. But my story, getting back to it, we were laying right here in the dark. I thought she was going to stay awake. She ends up falling asleep on me. So I'm like, great. She rolls over. I'm like, great. If something happens, I do not have a witness. You know, I'm just going to tell her and she's not going to think anything about it. Well, anyway, I laid probably another 25 minutes and finally I fall asleep. To this day, I don't know how long I was asleep. I'm estimating maybe 2-3 hours, somewhere in there. The way this happened was there was a full moon that night. So there was a glow coming through the window, creating just a little dim light, just enough to see, because the lights were off in here. I start feeling a woman's hand caressing, massaging the top of my hair. And it felt good. So I was like, oh, that's got to be my wife. You know, maybe this is leading to something. So my first thing is I'm coming awake as this is happening. And right as I open my eyes, you know how you're in that little funk when you first wake up. I realized at that moment I'm sleeping on my side and I'm facing her back. And she's not rubbing my head. So that instantaneous feeling, I'm like, did I just have a dream? Did I just imagine this? And right as I'm about to close my eyes again, because I have my back to this area, the hand moves again on the top of my head. I start rolling over simultaneously trying to figure out what the heck am I feeling, because I'm feeling fingers. I was like, what the heck? And as I roll over, the whole hand shifts across the top of my head, and I saw what was attached to the hand. There was a woman standing right here, bend over like this. My head's here, her face is right here, and we're staring straight at each other.
God.
I don't care how long you've investigated the paranormal. I don't care how many haunted places you've ever been in. When you wake up and you find a real solid person standing right here with their hand on the backside of your head, a woman, and dressed in no fastened clothing, you're going to jump. And that's what happened. My whole body spasmed and I landed about right there like a cat, like a scared cat, scared the crap out of my wife. First words out of her mouth, because she saw my face, I couldn't even talk. I was so shocked. First words out of her mouth, you saw something. And I was just trying to spit it out and I couldn't. That's how shocked I was.
Yeah, I really I would not want to see that, man.
That
Well, the
would definitely
women
shock me.
Here's the interesting thing. The women don't just appear in here. They appear in lots of different rooms. So you don't know where they're going to appear next. Or at what time of the night they're going to appear. And now we're going to go upstairs.
What's funny is I remember the upstairs being creepier than the downstairs.
What do you remember when you first came up these stairs?
Just an energy shift, for sure.
Yeah, when anyone stands here, and we'll go back here first. I think we'll come back to these rooms and look at them. But when anybody stands here, especially with that view, everybody's like, what is that? And we're going to go see what is that. Because people always see movement down there. I always leave the red lights on. There's a reason why I leave the red lights on. I'm going to tell you guys. It's not for the creepiness effect. It's because I've been told by psychics in here that they do not like the light. I was in the military, so we used to use red tactical light for everything. So that's why I have the red lights, because I leave those red lights on, because I feel like that doesn't bother them. And they seem to like the red light, so it seems to work.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Yeah. It also allows you to see them better, when you go across the hall. Got a sensor light right here. That one used to go off. It's not going off anymore. Remember the doll room?
Oh, God. Oh, man.
I'm also going to tell you guys Jolita's story. She's the latest haunted doll and probably the creepiest one in here. I'll tell you real quick.
Did you hear that?
Bang. Jolita right here. Notice I have a do not touch.
What's the smell in here?
That's weird, isn't it?
What is that?
It's strange.
It smells like food or something.
Jolita, a lot of things about her. Says do not touch. There's a reason. I'm going to take her out. Not too many people do this. You notice there's a rosary around her.
Yep.
Okay, she came with the rosary on her for a reason. This doll went through several houses before we got it. And what happened with the very first house, a paranormal investigator actually sold us this doll because after a while he couldn't handle it either. He got given it to it because of the people that previously had it that couldn't handle it. It's gone through a cycle of people that couldn't handle it. The way the first story begins with this doll is one of the original people was walking deep South Texas one day, close to the border.
Dude, that was I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. That doll, it looked me right in the eyes, and like from my legs up through my body, I had like an energetic, like, oh, that was really trippy. Oh my God, dude, like my goosebumps are insane.
There's more. There's more to this.
Sorry,
There's more to this. This doll, the woman was walking in this town one afternoon, and this Mexican woman walks up to her with the doll and speaks to her in Spanish and goes, in Spanish says, "This doll was made for you," and puts the doll in her arms. Of course, she was freaked out. When a stranger walks up to you and sticks a doll like this in your arms, you're going to be freaked out. Initially, she was trying to put it back in the woman's hands. The woman kept pushing it back in her hands, and the conversation kept going back and forth. They didn't discuss anything about the history, but finally she's like, okay, I think I'll just take the doll to end the conversation. So she walked off with the doll. She lived in an apartment, and the way she described how things started happening, she started hearing kids giggling and doing different things. And she lived in an apartment building, so she thought it was the people in the other apartment. She realized real quick that it wasn't. She started seeing shadow manifestations, black shadow manifestations in her apartment. All sorts of stuff started happening. The last straw was when she got up one night. This probably went on for a little over a week. She got up one night, went to go get something from the kitchen in the dark, and there was a big black shadow apparition of a man standing in her kitchen. And that alerted her, obviously, scared the crap out of her. She called her aunt to come get the doll, talked her aunt to getting it. Aunt came and got the doll. Same thing started happening to the aunt. Same cycle. The aunt finally got nervous and put the doll in her car trunk and was trying to figure out how to get rid of the doll. So she started calling around paranormal teams, and she finally found this person that I bought the doll from. And the way it went down was he told her he couldn't be out there right away to get the doll, so the doll was in the trunk, and they're in an apartment complex. Their car alarm started going off that night. And the first time it happened, they had a view of the parking lot. They kept looked out, and there's no way around their car, even though the alarm was going off. It kept happening like that over and over and over and over. They were getting annoyed. They thought somebody was effing with their car. The last time it happened, it really went off like really loud, and this time they pulled the curtain and looked, there was a man standing next to their car. They freaked out, grabbed their keys, so thought somebody was trying to break in a car. As soon as they went out, the man was gone. So, couldn't wait to get rid of the doll at that point. He got the doll, same cycle started happening. He put the doll up for sale because he couldn't handle the doll. And I contacted him because I was a little interested in his story. Now I'm wondering, should I have really brought this doll in here? The rosary was put around the doll's head. We have started doing recent experiments with the doll, and not too many people have done this. As a matter of fact, only 2 groups have done it so far. You guys could be the 3rd if you're brave enough. They take this off. And the moment they take this off the doll completely, the rosary completely off the doll, they put the doll somewhere. The first group that did this reported within 20 minutes of the worst dead smell that they've ever smelled. It just filled the room. And they said
I feel so bad right now.
They said it smelled like decaying. They said it was just god awful. He kept sniffing the doll. Do you guys, as a witness, do you smell anything on this doll?
No.
There's no smell. No. So if you think naturally, okay, naturally if a doll was emanating that, we should know.
So it's a demon doll, essentially.
We don't know. We really don't know. I mean, I don't know what the deal is with the doll. All I know is creepy things have been happening ever since we had her in here. And
what do you feel?
I don't really know this doll's full story, I guess is the word.
I don't know. Like, I don't like dolls.
I'm
but
never like that for you guys.
I don't know what it is about this room. I feel so strange right now. Like, I don't feel like myself.
It's because there's 15 real haunted dolls in here that come from different locations. That's one of them. Here's 2 other good ones. See those 2 staring at us right here?
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 twins, one's blonde, brunette.
Mm-hmm.
They came from Louisiana out of a house. They were kept in a closet for years because people couldn't handle the dolls. The big thing with those 2 dolls, and if you guys are brave enough to try this also, but some people have done this, is we were told initially that first of all, they donated those dolls. They were like, can you guys take them? We can't handle them anymore. So I thought, why not? I already have like 1,200 dolls, which is add more. So we brought those in. The big story with those is they cannot be separated. So if you take those 2 dolls in this building, which some people have done as experiments, and you separate them, watch what happens. Let's just say they get them back together pretty quick.
What was that?
I don't know.
That came from over here.
I don't know.
That was in the room, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now there's a lot of haunted dolls in here, but another one I'm going to tell you real fast before we go out. They say dolls come in all sizes, all different packages, right? You look for scary. You think they're going to be scary, right? First of all, the one in the blinking case, that is a Halloween prop.
Yeah.
As scary as she looks. So we just decided to leave her. Even the light blinks, that's a Halloween prop, right? That little doll standing on top of that case has thrown a full-grown man across the kitchen.
Well, you have to give us some context.
And that doll has gone through like 7 households. And nobody can handle it.
What's that doll's thing?
I don't know the story. She's only been here 4 weeks.
Oh, God. When was the last time you had people in here to investigate?
Just the other night.
Just the other night?
And this room, she came not too long ago. Antique store that I buy things from. Walked in there to buy furniture one day and they said, can you buy this doll? Our employees don't like this doll. Can you buy this doll? So I was like, they gave me like a real good price.
That's the one that was creeping me out the most.
What a steal.
That doll, let's just say they gave it to me really cheap. That should be a a red flag.
Right.
I mean, if I ever see this doll, I've posed her kind of funny peering out the door, and everybody's like, "Oh God." If I ever see this doll like walk or, you know, something like that, I'll probably go out the front door, like a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle that.
I don't
man.
think I could handle it.
I seriously, that would be too much.
I'm telling you right now, I don't know what that room is doing to me, but I'm like feeling very,
Okay,
very
Colin.
weird.
You recognize this room? You should.
This is the room where I started feeling.
This is where you had your episode.
Yeah, I remember this right here.
Yeah, this is where you blacked out.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Shh.
What is it? One of them. That's how I usually refer to them.
Is it the fan? Oh yeah, it's the fan. I think.
There's so many just creepy stories about this place, so much history. And then, of course, they have a doll room. You guys know how I feel about dolls. I don't like them, but this doll room had a different feel to it. I mean, the second that we walked into it, I could just feel a definite energy change. Like chills just went up my whole body. And you're like looking around, and you're seeing all these dolls stare at you. And it made me feel like weak. Like very like pitiful almost. Like I couldn't look the dolls in the eyes. I couldn't really talk all that much. I don't know. It's really hard to explain and convey the feeling that I had to you guys in there. Just because honestly, deep in myself, there's really no words for how I was feeling other than terrified.
I can't tell. Sorry. Yeah.
There is a weird feeling up here.
Wow, there's something strange in here today.
This room has a lot happen, and when you were here before, there was nothing in this room.
I know. That's why
It was totally dark, and, which was very strange because you moved into a totally dark room and blacked out.
That was crazy.
And you also described feeling very, you said things. You said, I think you verbally said some things that were crazy at the time.
Yeah, like I want to kill somebody. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
This place fucking freaks me out,
Yeah.
man. I don't know if I'm staying here
Yeah.
tonight. It's scary.
Yeah, when you told me about what happened to you, I was just like, wow.
Yeah, that's still to this day one of the more vivid times I've had something in me.
You're not the first that's had that happen back here. A lot of people get these anger things that jump into them, and it might have to do with this room that's right next door. Several psychics that have come in here, several people that have come in here, feel a tremendous argument, fight taking place right here between a bigger man dressed up in a suit and a smaller woman with her back against the wall with a blackish dress on. And they're just going at it like crazy. At some point, she is almost like accusing him of something, and he lunges at her in a rage and puts both hands around her neck and pushes her up on this wall while he's strangling her, and then the vision goes out. The other thing that people hear, first of all, this room fills up, and I think that has to do with what you were feeling. Your anger.
Mm-hmm.
You might be feeling him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
That's what I
she's
thought.
still here, he's still here. we hear their argument. You can actually sometimes hear their verbal argument. Sometimes you hear the beginning, sometimes you hear the middle, sometimes you hear the end, sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's not as loud, but you can hear them arguing. What's really creepy is when you hear them arguing at 4 in the morning back here. And it's nuts, because you don't ever hear the whole argument. You can't figure out what that hidden story is, what were they fighting over. You can't figure that out.
Yeah.
We tend to think that she might be one of the working women, and she was a mistress of his, and that he was married, and that she was pregnant. And she was telling him about the baby, and he obviously, you know, that's a big no-no. He's like in here married, and she wants to tell it to the world, and he's like, no, that ain't gonna happen. And then strangles her and gets rid of her.
Are there any recorded deaths in here?
There are. We know one that happened in room number 3, of a man who had a very, very, very sudden heart attack, and he was in his 80s, and it happened in the 70s, and he was a steel worker, and we actually have the death certificate to prove it. We don't know where room 3 is because the room doors were all taken off. Room 3 now is my door.
Wow.
Because I had to put the doors back on. I don't know if it goes there. It seems to kind of fit, but I don't know. There were also, when we asked the former owner that same question that you just asked me, she was like, there's been a lot of deaths in here. And I went, how many? And she went, a lot. She goes, if you don't believe me, go talk to the coroner. I've never found the time to do that.
I don't know if you want to.
It's Old West. Psychics have picked up on, we've had many psychics in here, including Patty Negri. They've all picked up on the same thing. John Zaffis told me something really, really crazy. John had never been here before, and of course his uncle was Ed Warren, and his aunt was Lorraine Warren. Well, I never really talked with John, but we knew we set it up and he was coming. Well, when he arrived here at this hotel, he walked in our front door, and he stood there for the longest time with a...
What was that?
Wow.
What the dude?
Oh. Did you hear that?
Someone dragging something.
Did you hear that?
What?
A body, maybe?
It sounded like someone dragging something in the hallway.
I didn't hear it. Anyways, sorry.
Oh my god. This place.
So that's the way it happens when I tell these stories. That's the way it happens. It's almost like they don't want me telling the stories. It's like when I get into all these things, sometimes when I'm telling these stories, and this even happened with Nick Roth when he was filming me for Deathwalker, my throat seized up while we were talking, and I wasn't saying anything while he was filming me. And while he was filming me, Nick's throat started seizing up too.
Wow, that's crazy.
We never put that in the episode, but yeah. It's almost like they don't want you talking. I heard that too.
I keep hearing all kinds of
This
shit
is just
right
the
behind
beginning.
me.
Yeah.
I'm freaked out.
Remember, you're doing you did the jail.
Yeah.
Now you're doing the Olde Park. Remember I told you it follows you?
Yep. Here we are.
Real quick about John's office.
Yeah.
Johnny was standing at the door with this weird look on his face right when you walked in. After a while, I was like, Johnny, are you all right? His first words to me, his very first words, you have missing person cases in this building. And then later on, you know, I was like, what? He's like, you have layers and layers and layers of paranormal on top of each other. And then later on, we did an actual investigation with them in our presentation room, which is the middle of the house where all those pictures are on the wall. where a lot of people like to sleep where they think they're comfortable. And we got a very clear message coming through saying there were 5 men buried under our floor.
Wow. Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like a serial killer?
It came through clear as day. I don't know, but when you hear that in a room full of people and you're standing next to John Zaffis and he's hearing it, we're just like, what?
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
We're like, where'd that come from, and what does that mean?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Now, we're going to go back here to Deacon's Den next. I didn't really get into the story before when we were downstairs, but I think I'll save it for this room. Y'all can look at the pictures later when you go back downstairs, but Ballinger is known for a lot of things when it was formed, but one of the biggest stories probably here, as far as Texas is concerned, is Texas outlaws. If you pull up a list of Texas' most notorious outlaws, you will get a list of about 8, 9 very bad outlaws. Out of that list, 3 of them are directly associated with Ballinger. And we also think, well, actually we know for a fact, there was a famous shooting that took place in 1887 where Emmanuel Clements Sr., he went by Manny or Mannon, was killed in a saloon, one of our saloons here. For the longest time, it was believed that this saloon, which was called the Senate Saloon, it was believed that it was 1 street over from us. What happened was he decides to, after years of doing things in Central Texas, he ran around with a very notorious gang. He had a group of very ruthless outlaws with him, to include Jim Miller. James Brown Miller went by Jim Miller, also went by Deacon Jim. I'm going to tell you about him in a second. John Wesley Hardin was his cousin. They did a lot of things. He was accused of cattle rustling, and he comes up from Central Texas right after Ballinger was formed and decides to run for sheriff. That was kind of weird sounding. That was almost like somebody saying that's bullshit.
We're way back down.
Did you make up those words? It's almost like somebody said that's bullshit.
We are way back in the hallway. Like, we're nowhere near, like...
What did y'all hear with those words? I thought I heard that's like, it was something like...
I heard a man like, run, run.
It was weird. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. That got me. I was like,
Jesus.
Okay. The way that came through, that got me. I was like, almost like he was mad about what I was saying. The Senate Saloon, he decides to run for sheriff up there, the very first sheriff of Reynolds County. And they say it was a very hot, contested thing, and nobody wanted him here. Went back and forth with the other candidates, the election candidates, and it just didn't end good. The former sheriff wanted the office back. So they fought. Well, anyway, the former sheriff was Formwalt, I believe, back in the day, and I think he was in this election again. And Mannon is in this saloon, Senate Saloon, drinking one night, and Sheriff Formwalt walks in, and Joseph Townsend walks in, who's a marshal. This was after Manny lost the election, and he lost it in a bad way. He was in the saloon drinking. They walk in, they immediately accost him, they get into an argument. Next thing you know, it looks like he's going to be arrested, so he goes for his revolver. He doesn't draw fast enough. Joseph Townsend draws quicker. Marshal Joseph Townsend shoots him in the left eye and kills him. What just happened with your camera?
My light just died. God damn it. Low battery.
Oh no.
Well, at least, Connor, you can just turn your brightness up.
That was weird.
That was really strange.
That's weird.
Jesus.
Yeah, that light went off like right in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay, and hopefully, I don't know. That was weird. Basically, Manny gets shot on the left eye, dies on the spot. Well, he was said to be a odd fellow, so they went and collected his body and took him. Now we're going to talk about Deacon Jim. Deacon Jim went to work for Mannon probably a few years before this election as a ranch hand. Deacon Jim was, as a boy, was rumored to have killed his own grandparents at age 12 with a double-barrel shotgun. At 8, he got off on the trial because he was a kid. Everybody's like, kid can't possibly do that. A few years later, he gets an argument with one of his cousins over something. He gets so mad that while his cousin is sleeping on a porch, he blows his cousin away with a double-barrel shotgun, kills him. This time they got the evidence. They're like, they're gonna go after him. He gets off on a technicality, goes through the whole trial process, gets off. He starts a life at that point that nobody knew about as a hired killer. And he goes on and on and on as a hired assassin. He ends up working on Mannon Clemens's ranch and actually gets to know Mannon's daughter really well. Sarah, she went by Sally Miller, gets to know her very well. Basically, he ends up marrying her and becomes a member of the family. So when his father-in-law gets blasted away in 1887, Deacon Jim doesn't take kindly to it. A month after his father-in-law gets killed, that same marshal that took out his father-in-law is riding into Ballinger one night and mysteriously gets shot at from the bushes with a double-barrel shotgun and blown off of horseback. Double barrel does a lot of damage, so he flies off the horse. Everybody thinks he's dead. The killer didn't check to see if he was still alive. He ends up surviving, but he ends up losing an arm. Has to get it amputated. The newspapers claimed for years that it was his left arm. I finally found a picture that proved it was his right arm. So that proves right there to me that newspapers get things wrong. That same marshal had to retire from law enforcement because of losing his arm and ends up talking about working in a grocery store. We have an article on our wall downstairs, which you're free to look at, which talks about Townsend working in this grocery store one night, and he gets shot at 2 times from the darkness by a shotgun, but it misses him. It turns out that grocery store was next door.
Wow.
Right here. Well, it gets even better. We started doing our research and started looking at a lot of things about the Senate Saloon, which we believed all this time was one street over. The Senate Saloon was next door.
Wow.
They shut down the saloon right after the shooting because at the time there were so many deaths happening in all the 13 saloons here. The town was like, we're getting rid of them. So the town was using every excuse they could to shut down every saloon. So every time a killing took place, it got shut down. So as sleepy as that building looks next door, a lot took place. Deacon is still walking these halls, and that's why this room right here we have put in his honor, I guess you could say, Deacon's Den. When you sit in these chairs in this room and you sit in such a way that you're looking into this mirror where the reflection's going back towards the bathroom in there, groups have been telling us that they're seeing people standing while they're doing things in here, but you can only see them in the mirror. So you have to sit in such a way that the mirror reflection's going this way. And creepy things have been happening back there. And Deacon Jim was hung in 1909, and they finally caught up with him in Ada, Oklahoma, and they hung him after years of killings. His last words were, "Let the record stand, I only killed 57 men." He was rumored to have killed 212.
Jesus.
Right after he said his last words, him and the 3 other men that had already hung them in the barn, the lynch mob, he was the last guy. He kicked his bucket out from under himself and said, "Let it rip." If you turn around, what's that in the closet?
Oh, wow. There it is.
We also have downstairs next to his picture, and you're free to go look at it, all that stuff, more so. But we actually have dirt straight from Deacon's grave.
Wow, that's
And
cool.
a bottle next to his picture downstairs.
Wasn't there something you were talking about before about women getting hung in here?
Women in here, and there's also another bedroom up there. But you're right, when everybody stands inside that closet, weird things happen. People stand inside that closet where we think the murder took place, a few rooms what we were just back in. People feel a weird thing happen. Some people have sat in here with this closet door closed, and while they're sitting here, the door opens slowly, as if somebody's stepping out of the closet.
And there's an angry cowboy here, right?
Very angry. We don't know exactly why.
Where's his hangout?
This whole back hallway.
What, any idea, or like how does he manifest?
What happens normally when you're doing your thing, when you're just doing your thing.
Oh God!
Oh,
King thing scared the shit out of me. God damn it, dude!
sorry, I told you there were some Halloween things in
You
here.
really got me, man.
Somebody moved her there a ways back. She wasn't there originally, somebody moved her, yeah.
We should also probably.
Oh, the other night.
We should probably go eat something.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, real quick, I just want to say this. The other night, a group comes up to me that was doing the session right here, and they were watching her, and they said she started doing this.
No.
They said she was moving. So I don't know if there's substance to that, but they look pretty serious when they told me. So, pretty wild.
I really don't like that.
All right. You want to film more later?
Yeah. So at this point in the investigation, it was time to actually begin investigating. Connor and I, throughout the interview, kept hearing things. There was that giggle, just waves of chills going throughout our bodies. I mean, something was there with us, and it seemed like it was just waiting around every single corner, waiting for us to come around so that it could scare us. And I don't know if what we did was a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know if doing the seance actually worked, if it didn't. But regardless, I know that something came through, and it wasn't the good thing. I mean, you can tell from activity that you capture. Did you hear that again? You can tell from activity that you capture when you're speaking with a good energy or a bad energy. We typically choose to film at places with bad energies, and we call on those bad energies because they're always more powerful and they manifest in crazier, more documentable ways. But this got fucked up. This got really dark. So yeah, let's cut to the seance now. All right, y'all. So it's 1:30. It's 1:30 in the morning here in Ballinger, Texas. It's about 30 degrees outside right now. It's fucking freezing cold. It's a beautiful night here in January of 2024. It's actually the second day of the year. So we're starting the year off right with a extremely scary ghost hunt. I know. Speaking from personal experience, the first time that I investigated this property was years ago, and it was scary back then. But when I initially came, it was only about 2 years after Dan, the owner, had purchased the property. So there hadn't been that many people that had come through and done investigations. Now it's been years since that happened, and so many people have come through this place bringing in their own energy, their own attachments. He's also collected a lot of artifacts. And let me just tell you, from the time that we've spent in the building tonight, Connor and I can both agree that it feels dark, it feels heavy and freaky. And for me personally, I know that it feels a lot worse than it did before. So I'm personally a little bit on edge going into this investigation. I already said a prayer of protection for myself, but Connor looks like he's fucking freezing. He's like,
Like, bro.
No, I'm actually
it's not
just
fucking
scared
Antarctica,
shitless.
dude. Jesus Christ, what's going on?
Well, first of all, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully nobody else is stuck in a haunted building like we are tonight.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, really excited to check this place out. I've heard so much about this place from Colin, other investigators. This is a very, very spooky place. Just in the interview when we're walking around, I mean, I had something come over me in that doll room that was like terrifying. Something like playing with the back of my neck, noises, footsteps. Every time you see that we're going through and just doing the interview walkthrough of the location, the activity already starts picking up, you know it's going to be a crazy, crazy night. So I hope you guys are ready for this. Get your popcorn, get your beverage. This is gonna be a long night.
Yes, it is. So I'm gonna end this by saying tonight we're gonna start with something a little bit different and kind of exciting. So we're heading to the Seance room where just 3 weeks ago, Patty Negri from Ghost Adventures, she's a good friend, she's awesome. She was here and they did a seance and invited some things into this property, and like Dan has been saying this whole night, it's gotten worse and it's gotten darker. You could feel that, but we're gonna have Dan join us to do a sort of seance to call these energies in. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but let's fucking do this.
It's not.
We do this all for you guys.
And for us.
You better love us.
Yeah. We also do it for us because we enjoy it, but it's a little scary. I'm a little bit, I don't know, something about tonight just feels off. You know what I mean?
Very much for the...
Well, you know what they say about haunted hotels. Once you check in, you never check out.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wasn't even rolling on that.
Now you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, dude.
You see what I'm talking about? They're ready to talk.
Oh, that is crazy, Dan. We haven't even started.
Remember that board came from that house.
Damn.
The wood did, should I say?
Dude, that is like crazy.
Okay, the
actually.
spirit. I'm totally confirmed. I'm pretty sure the spirit that was messing with them. Remember in Nebraska off that episode?
Mm-hmm.
I think they said his name was David. And we have a David coming through. We've done all this. It's nuts when things light up.
And look at, we're just setting up. This is on the tripod still. And they followed us in here.
Why is it going so slow? Oh, it's creepy. It's slowed down.
Oh my god.
It's gonna give us a note at a time.
So it's like jumping across the hallway.
Yeah, right? You want to reset it once?
All right. Oh shit, dude, somebody. Damn, we don't have, of course we don't have a static on that. The triangle just went off right there, so somebody's standing in the doorway. Right when I got up. Okay, so we're sitting right now in the seance room. We've got Dan here at the head of the table. We have a ton of different devices here right now.
Thomas.
We have the Paralight right here. We've got it's almost like an Ovilus type device that we just bought. We got a REM pod. We're running Necrometer, Spirit Talker. We've got a triangle, a music box. And this device is basically like a Mel meter or a EMF meter or a REM pod, but when it detects those signals, it taps this bell.
I think.
Whoa,
Okay.
what?
Okay.
Did you hear that noise? It's not my phone. Look,
No, it's not.
you have to be like right up
It's
here.
not your phone. No.
Dude, did you hear that? There's like a bang upstairs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we were here walking.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on.
It's 3 seconds. I like to check in.
Perfect for a hotel.
I know. Forsaken. All right, Dan. So, how do you want to do this?
I say we bring him in.
Why don't you lead the way?
All right. Calling out to the spirits. We've been now conducting sessions for the last 3 weeks in here. Spirits, you remember Patty? Patty opened doors in here. How many spirits are here with us at this time? Can you tell us, give us a number? So we would like all of you, just like you've been doing, to come in, join with us, communicate with us, and reach out to us.
Raymond. We want to.
We get Ray all the time, actually. Raymond comes through all the time. Ray's been talking to us the last 8 years. The scary thing is we never really knew who he was till Patty was here. He might be the one that strangled that girl upstairs.
Ray?
The argument goes by Ray.
What?
Yeah.
We didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Damn,
he might
crazy.
be the one. I'm correct, Ray, right? You don't like when I talk like this, but we finally uncovered.
5.
You just asked how many spirits? 5.
There's 5 spirits. Oh, no, I take it back. There's 5 women that worked in the back brothel here. We just confirmed that just the other night again. 5 kept coming through. We asked how many women worked back here, and they said there were 5 of them in the second brothel.
You know what's also crazy? This has spit out 5 names.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Thomas, Godfrey, Alaric, Florence, Raymond.
I don't know about... I'm getting that same cold that's coming in here. Like, look at all... Do you see my goosebumps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Press play.
Yeah, our heat, our comfortable heat that was in here, which should still be in here, is going away.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see
my arms
it.
are getting cold. Okay.
Oh. Well, someone's coming into the room.
Whoever's in this room with us, could you make a noise? Or touch us?
Is Gertrude here tonight? Gertrude, if you're here, light that thing all the way up. David. David, light it all the way up. Show us our power.
I will tap on something.
I will tap on something.
The nose ring.
You used to have a nose ring.
Go ahead and tap. We're waiting. Raymond or Ray, are you the one that took over Colin last time?
Yeah, I remember how it felt. It was not good the last time. Raymond, do you remember me? If you do, why don't you try to tap
You're
on...
making a mistake.
And weren't you reaching out?
Fuck, I don't like that.
That's a little nervous.
Raymond.
Car.
If you remember me, why don't you walk over to this little hotel bell and tap on it like you said you wanted to? I never even realized it's a bell in the hotel. Mm-hmm.
Ray, it's time to check in.
Dude, it's so...
feet, like slowly up my legs.
I forgot to tell you something. Some of them like to hang out under the table.
4 spirits.
4 spirits.
Remember we asked them to touch us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's usually the way it happens. Comes out from under the table.
4 spirits, and we were just talking about 5, so somebody left.
Somebody left.
Where'd the other spirit go?
Oh. My arms, guys.
Yeah, me too.
My arms. I just got chill. Like, it's just my arms.
Dude, that's what I was saying before, man.
Wow.
That's crazy, actually.
Came out of nowhere.
That's nuts.
Reset this.
Are you trying to touch us?
Sliced.
Dude, what the hell? Sliced?
My phone's on airplane mode right now, too.
It's not your phone. When all this started happening to us the first time, we checked our phones on devices like you won't believe. It's not your phone.
Keith.
Yeah.
Keith.
Especially the Paralight, that's like way over there. There's like no way.
I got that cold coming like all over my back now.
Yeah, there's somebody in here that all our heat that we had in here before is like gone.
It's like it's just been sucked out of the room.
By the way, I want to introduce ourselves. If you don't remember me, my name is Colin.
My name's Connor.
We're just here to communicate tonight and hang out. And also, I would like to talk to Raymond or Ray about what happened the last time I was here. And we'd also love to hear you make a sound of some sort.
Microphone. Yes, I did.
What did that say?
Microphone.
Susan.
Yes, I did.
That was almost like a...
Yeah. Well, I just said we'd like to hear something, and I said microphone. This is weird timing.
Lucille. We got a Lucille before.
Lucille.
I think Lucille might have been one of the brothel women back here too.
Dude, so many names. It's almost like this is like a portal room.
Yeah. Well, supposedly there's 5 women that work back here. Supposedly there's 15 that worked in the first brothel up front. And there's many hands up there too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Jackie's one of them up front. Somebody comes through every once in a while. It's been happening a lot. It says over and over and over that I control this place.
That's scary.
Yeah, who is it that controls this place? What's the name of that person?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's so eerily quiet.
It's an eerie silence like right now.
I hate what I did.
What'd you do? Did you hurt somebody?
It's getting cold again.
Too many.
Hurt too many.
What was the guy's name that they said like killed a bunch of people?
Deacon Jim.
Deacon Jim.
It's about the time he comes in too. He's not here all the time. He comes in late.
Is this Deacon?
I'm with family.
The ones you killed? And he feels bad about what he did?
Deacon, are you with your wife, Sarah? My chair just felt like it vibrated.
There's a weird energy in here. Is the cowboy here?
I don't really like the feeling. And the paralytic, you notice, died.
It's so strange.
It's like something changed.
Either whatever was here left and wants us to kind of follow it, or
one came and the others left.
Yeah. Who's in the room with us now? Oh, you're right. Ooh, I'm getting chills.
That's the feeling I have. I feel.
I don't know if it's just me, but like the smell of the room changed too.
Mm-hmm.
Everything did.
Dude, like I literally keep
getting
getting.
cold. It's just getting cold in here. It shouldn't be. The heater's so hot.
You see that static, dude?
Oh.
Did you see that, Connor? The full fucking circle of static. Right when all my hair goes on end. That's crazy. I was leaning to point that out. Dude, that just fucking verified that on camera. Because people always say like, oh, your hair's not blah, blah. Dude, that's a direct correlation right there.
Exactly.
Wow. Who is that just came in here? We can all feel you.
Try some.
We like you.
We like you. I'm gonna try some here. Come on in.
My life was taken.
Which one are you?
Contrarily.
I fell? Is that what that just said?
Contrarily.
It sounded like I fell.
I know.
I wish we could do like 4D videos where like people could feel what we're feeling.
I know.
Because it feels so creepy in here.
Dude, I just think that's unbelievably trippy that my hair's on end and that static, it just goes to show. Like that thing, you can't, I don't even know how you would set the static off.
You can't.
You know?
You can't. That's
Unless you
that's wild.
rub your feet on a bunch of carpet.
And also, it hasn't gone off like...
I've never seen
the way I test devices.
I shouldn't be dead.
My life was taken. I shouldn't be dead.
Okay.
Elizabeth? What's that?
See you.
We see you. Dude, I get the feeling that there's like 10 people standing around
right
And
us.
somebody's at that door constantly watching us. That's the feeling I get.
That just gave me huge chills.
Did you hear that? Can you knock back to me? Oh, this is giving me like eerie vibes of a darker.
It feels uneasy.
Yeah.
It's not the same as when I walked in.
No.
And it's staying cold. Like, I was comfortable when I came in here.
Me too.
I'm not anymore.
It was fucking warm when we came in
It's
here.
also crazy because, like, you know, like heat rises.
Yeah.
But it's like
there's a heater behind
the heat
it.
keeps going like
Mm-hmm.
up and down. Like my feet are cold and then they're like hot. And then my head keeps getting hot. And
Do you still feel heat coming off that heater?
Yeah.
Yeah. See that? We should have like even heat in here. It's not.
Okay, well, we're gonna start going to different parts of the hotel. What part of the building should we go to next? Can you give us a hint?
Darkness.
The
I
darkest.
don't want to go there.
The darkest point will be up right above us.
Yeah, well, and I mean, outside the door is
pitch black right
Yeah.
there. Just wants us to go out into the away from the
darkest
lights
area.
and the candles.
That's probably what they mean, yeah. The darkest part
Patience.
of it. Patience. Were there a lot of deaths here?
Abigail. Bernadette.
Dude.
What the hell?
Thank you for that. Dude, it's it's that same cold just came in here. Am I tripping out or is it like colder all of a sudden?
It's freezing. Why do you think my arms aren't dirty? I'm cold. I'm like almost to the point of like shivering. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it just went from here to there. Did you see that? How that spiked all the way? Right when I turned this off.
There's bad here.
There's bad here. Are you referring to Deacon? Give us a number. How many women were murdered here?
It's like it won't answer questions because I feel like it's the f***ing dark thing.
Mm-hmm.
Car.
Dude, mine said car too.
Turn on the lights.
The trigger.
Wouldn't it be funny if we went out there and your car lights were on?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Where my car's gone. Wouldn't be very funny, but.
No, I'm just.
Okay, we're gonna move on to a different room. Do you have anything else left to tell us before we start walking around? Oh, right there. Oh my god.
You just woke him up.
Dude.
So turn on the light.
You just woke him up. Before we leave, can you ring the bell? We're checking out. Come on, ring the bell.
Sophia.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's how many times that thing's gone off the whole time we've been sitting here.
That was f***ing crazy! What the f***? Dude. There's something about this device that's fucking
Thank
scary.
you for ringing that bell.
Yeah.
If it went off all the time, then I'd be skeptical of
Mm-hmm.
it. How long? It hasn't gone off, right? That's the
Not
first
once.
time it's gone off.
Yeah, the
We've
first
been
time
here-
was just the calibration.
We've been here a long time.
Yeah, we've been
Joanna.
It's very
here
unsettling how many
24
names.
minutes.
And the fact that it did it right when they're going to come upstairs, right up above us. If you're ready for them to come up there, give us a good sign.
That's so creepy.
That's making me nervous.
I know.
I'm just like, okay.
Dude, what? Oh, that's scary.
If you're gonna mess with them when they go upstairs, ring the bell.
What the hell, Dan?
Sorry, I just had to.
Cells.
Spells.
Spells.
It's crazy to me how still the air is.
Rose.
We get a lot of female names. You know some of the
Yeah.
names?
Sophia, Rose, Abigail, Bernadette.
It's almost like all the women are here.
Okay, Rose, Joanna, Bernadette.
If there's something here that we should be afraid of tonight, can you ring the bell?
If there's anything
Hotel.
We need to be worried about the hotel. The whole place.
Is this whole hotel somewhat dangerous sometimes? It's like.
One last question. If there's anything evil here at the hotel, ring the bell.
She's dangerous.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. So we're not dealing with a man.
I just got chills.
We're not dealing with a man. We're dealing with a woman who's dangerous. There is a Ruby here who might be dangerous.
How so?
We feel like she conspired to kill another girl here.
Really?
A dozen.
You killed a dozen girls?
Ruby?
Is that what you're saying? You killed a dozen girls?
Don't leave me.
Well, we're gonna have to leave this room. I'm gonna give you one more chance. We're gonna sit for a second silently. Will you please let us know if there's somebody dangerous in the hotel with us tonight? I need to know what we're gonna deal with upstairs. Is the dangerous woman here? Maybe they aren't warning us about the dangerous woman because whatever's in here is the dangerous woman. You know what I mean?
We've always kind of felt that. That's why that's creepy. Like, we always think it's a man. I would think a dangerous woman would be creepier.
Yeah, you're right. That is way creepy.
Accident.
All right, you want to head upstairs?
Yeah.
This place is
I
crazy.
say y'all go to it and see what comes to you.
All right, man.
Discarnate.
Discarnate. Well, at this point, we're going to say goodbye to Dan, and he's going to leave us alone here. And we're just going to... Do you want to start down here on this end and then go upstairs, or do you want to just go upstairs?
So just go upstairs.
Let's just go upstairs. We're just going to go upstairs.
Wish us luck.
God damn.
So after the seance, we wanted to go upstairs to the doll room, but I have to say that bell going off was creepy. Very, very creepy. I mean, there was definitely something there with us that was intelligent enough to when we ask for the bell to go off, it does it right in front of us. This is where the night starts taking a little bit of a turn though. Getting disturbing, honestly. We knew that after leaving that seance room, we knew some definitely creepy shit was gonna happen.
Okay, I'm rolling on this static. So Connor and I walked into the doll room and we had to call Dan.
It was down here.
That cross was not in the center of that doll's forehead?
It was down here. It was right here.
So you didn't put it there?
No. We really don't know. I mean, I don't know what the deal is with the doll. All I know is creepy things have been happening ever since we had her in here. And
what do you feel?
I don't really know this doll's full story, I guess is the word.
I don't know, like...
Look. You see how hard that is?
What the fuck?
You see how hard that is? This is what I have to go through. Look at that.
That's where I remember it.
That's where it was. We got destroyed.
Oh, the rosary just fell off.
Did the rosary just
The rosary just...
What the hell?
No, I
Wait,
think it broke.
I didn't take... What?
Whoa, whoa.
Are you effing kidding
Yes,
me?
we just got that on camera.
Guy, you saw me. I
Oh
was
my
just barely
God.
holding the doll
I
just
think
now.
the rosary broke. Dude,
I
I
didn't
see it
yank-
right there. It broke.
You physically saw it. I didn't yank on that. I was like, what the hell?
Whoa. Dude, that is mental. Oh no.
How the hell did that come off the doll just now?
Okay, that is
fucking
How? Look,
insane.
my hand is on the back of this doll. How did that just come off the
And
doll?
earlier in the interview, which is the last time
Wasn't
we
it just
were
like
here,
this
it was
just
like
now when
that.
I was showing?
Yes.
Okay, how did that come off the doll? My hand does not move from the back of this doll, so I mean, the only way that looked, that's what it would have done.
And I'm still on a static on a tripod just filming this.
So how the hell
cannot
did
believe
that just go like past? First of all, I never even felt it hit my arm. It would look. That's what it would have done if it would have fallen while I was holding. That was around the doll, right?
Dude, you know what's really freaky to think about? It seems like the doll, or the spirit, almost was able to remove that rosary, but it couldn't get the tight one off of its head. And that's why it was stuck there like that.
Now y'all agree? I didn't move my. Did you see me move my hand? I'm wondering now.
no.
Did you see me move this hand
No,
the whole time I was?
no.
Then that should not have come off like that. It should have
It
done
was already
this.
off of the damn doll.
I do not like that doll.
You're not the only one.
I understand why people.
I'm not joking about this doll. There's something about her. I don't know what it is. But look at this. This is what this would have done. That's what I don't understand. Is how the heck.
So are you saying for the experiment we should take that other cross off of it too?
Take everything off. Yeah. Because the cross is not officially off the doll yet.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Do you want me to take it off or do you want to?
Well,
you're going to see how hard it is. Look, you'll see
I'm-
exactly how hard it is to get
I
off.
want to set this stuff up and then take it off. So we can
Now,
see.
you agree with me. That's no physical way that could have
No.
done that
No, that's
just now.
freaking me out.
Yeah.
Shit, that's not a very good sign. Okay, guys, so we are currently in the doll room here in the upstairs of the hotel. The music box is going haywire in the other room, but we're gonna do an experiment. So in the footage that you just saw, Dan was handling this cursed doll, and the doll itself, we don't know exactly what happened there, but it seems like it somehow got the cross on top of its own head and the rosary fell off on camera. So it already seems like it wants to fuck with us, which is scary. But if you come out here real quick, I want to show people this experiment we've got running. So right here, we have some new equipment. So this is a laser grid that tracks actual motion. So Connor, you want to step in front of it? Look at that. Step closer. See, look, it'll actually detect where Connor is. Right there on the screen, you can see that it shows a presence. So it's actually going to track if something shows up in front of it. We've also got this music box that we're going to be running. And on top of all of that, we have this 36-foot trip light that's going down the hallway. So if something's here, we're going to catch it on camera.
Sure hope so.
Okay. Whoa, whoa. Come on. On the shelf behind you. We are not. Oh, dude. What the fuck, man? So, what we're going to do right now is something that we've been warned against doing that is supposedly dangerous. We're going to remove the rosary from the demon doll. Dan said the last time this happened, within 20 minutes, shit started to go crazy. So, we're going to try to use this brand new device. We got a lot of new devices in tonight's episode. This is called the Tempest. It is an advanced ovilus device. It has, let's see right here, there are a bunch of different modes you can put it on. Oops. Including 10,000 words, 29,000 words and phrases, all phrases, 10,000 Spanish words, and yeah, I'm going to put the 29,000 words and phrases on.
Oh my god. Dude, every hair in my body is standing up.
What was that noise?
That was a growl or a screech. That literally was like, oh my god, dude. Whoa. Dude, what is that, bro? What the fuck is that? Those were like, I hate to use the D word, but those were not human vocalizations that we just heard. That's fucked. Did we just hear your voice? Oh god, the shadow just scared me. Did we just hear your voice out there? Cashiers. Ask it to make that noise again.
Can you make that noise again?
Better not asking that. Is it a bad idea for us to take the rosary off of this doll? Dude, those sounds were straight demonic. And it was in this fucking hallway, bro. That was closer than the Hill House was. Oh god, what's it about to say? You should go. You should go, is what it just said to us. Dude, I'm shaking, bro.
I really don't like this.
Why should we go? Is it dangerous to be in here? Yo, fuck that. What the fuck?
Just casually right in between us.
God, it's so cold in here now too, man. Oh god, what's it about to say?
Someone else is here.
What the fuck, bro? Someone else is here. Dude. Better not asking that. You should go. Someone else is here. Who the fuck else would suddenly be here but the doll that we've been playing with?
Oh. Dude. Fucking my fucking goosebumps. Oh my god. What the fuck?
I don't fucking know.
Miscarriage.
Miscarriage.
Remember, she had a baby.
Yep.
I'm freezing in here right now.
Me too. Here, hold this. Okay. Okay, so take a look at.
This is so.
Doctor.
Doctor and miscarriage? That's f***ing wild that's...
This is so.
Oh, right next to you! Right next to you, that just spiked, bro.
Alright guys, so I had to pause the footage here real quick to point something out. So, as you can see in that clip, the paranormal music box suddenly stops alerting as if something has moved out of the way. The moment after it stops alerting though, you can see on the paranormal jump rope right in front of it, which detects EMF energy, that the sensor closest to the music box suddenly spikes. No other sensors spike. Which to me shows that there was literally something invisible standing right in front of the music box. Now, at the exact same time, the Paralight, another device that records EMF energy, spikes inside of the doll room. It's almost as if something was walking down the hallway and then entered the room with us. Now, you can interpret this evidence as you'd like, but I wanted to point this out because it's just really crazy.
I'm feeling in danger a little bit. Okay, we have to do it though. We're this far. Okay. Okay.
Planned.
Planned. Okay, so for this right now, I'm gonna turn this bell on top of this case. I just want to state I'm not imposing any religious beliefs on people, but I'm genuinely unbelievably afraid of what we're about to unleash, and I want to protect everybody. So God, higher power, whoever's up there, whatever's up there, please be with us right now as we venture into this dark, dark moment. Please protect us from any sort of negativity, any dark spirits. Please cast... What did it say?
It is time.
Please cast a white light around us. Please cast a white light around the people viewing this footage. And please protect us from anything that we may encounter. Amen. What did it say?
There are more here.
What?
There are more here.
There are more here. This is, dude, they're just coming up, and think about it, the music box keeps going. It's like they're coming. It doesn't help that there's that creepy Annabelle staring at us too.
What if we didn't take the rosary off the doll?
It's too late. All right.
This is my home.
Dude, the lowest setting.
Hurt them.
Hurt them?
About this area.
What is it?
About this area?
That's creepy. Is it the doll that's like haunted? Here, let's come out here.
Spoken softly.
Come out here with me for a moment. Let's just try this as
I'm scared.
Dude, something followed us out of the room, bro. Do you fucking see that, dude? There's something standing right here on the laser grid. I will try.
What are you going to try?
All right, I'm protected with white light. Whoever or whatever this is, please do not harm us. What was that? That came from behind you.
I am death.
Bro. Open window?
Did we just do? What did we just do?
You literally take it off, it says I'm death, and then we have banging noises?
Coming from over there, bro.
Something you can't understand.
Show it on the camera.
You just said, what did we just do? Something you can't understand.
Okay, how weird is that? Oh, look at that was just going off. Like literally, the moment that I took that off, it says, I am death. And what did Dan say this whole time?
This is futile.
Whatever's here is f***ing negative, dude. And I'm just...
You have nightmares.
What did that say?
Sensing happiness?
That this thing was just released? I know. Dude, what the f***?
And it's so f***ing cold in here.
And what are those banging noises, bro? I mean, the one thing Dan said that these people experienced was the smell of death. And I am death.
The first group that did this reported within 20 minutes of the worst dead smell that they've ever smelled. It just filled the room. And they said
I feel so bad right now.
They said it smelled like decaying. They said it was just god awful.
Bro, this. What the f? All right. Now that you're out here, we heard your name is Jolita.
My name is Anna.
What the fuck? So your name is Anna? Can you play with one of our toys to let us know if your name is really Anna?
I mean, it also could be one of the 15 other dolls in this room. I'm not liking this at all.
Can you move the doll that you're attached to?
Oh, God. bring more dolls.
How about you knock the doll off the shelf that you're attached to?
This can be painful.
What can be painful?
Where is my body?
Oh, that's dark.
What the f*** is that? Where is that? Don't fucking leave me in this room by myself.
Dude. Anna, I just remembered. Anna is the name of the doll in here that threw the woman's husband across the...
This one?
That's Anna.
What the f***?
I didn't want to die.
Where's my body? I didn't want to die. Anna, if that's you, can you do something for us in this room?
You can see my breath.
Yeah.
Permission.
Not to me.
You have my permission to do something, Anna. Can we hear your voice? Why is that thing shaking? Why is that thing shaking? Why is that thing shaking? Why is that thing shaking?
Who's in
This,
my...
dude, that's in like the room next to us.
This is...
That light next to you is going crazy too.
Oh, God. I'm starting to get a migraine.
Yes, Anna, you have permission to do something. Can we hear your voice? Or I'd love to see you move something in here. Or make a knocking noise.
Transform your opinion.
To transform your opinion?
I like that device. Oh my God, bro. Anna, we're going to leave this room in a second. Can you tell us something or do something for us?
Child.
Dude, I feel bad.
Yeah. I'm feeling like sick.
Let's do this little thing they recommended. Twist that music box. What the absolute
Planchette.
What the fuck is going on? Dude, what the fuck, bro? The music box just stopped at the same time as this music box.
I'm just gonna pass out.
What the fuck? Dude, that was insane, bro.
Yes, over here.
What's going on here?
Who else is here? We're gonna sit quietly for a second. If you see those lights in front of us, can you touch one of them?
Tap.
Yeah, tap one of them.
I tapped on one earlier.
Them.
Have memories.
Shackers.
Dude, look. Them. It said them twice in a row in the shadows. Who is them? Can you tell us who is them? That's f***ing creepy. Oh! Who is them? I am. Why won't you tell us your name?
Not now. Deacon, is that you?
The rumors are false.
Something you can't understand.
Something you can't understand.
It's not human, whatever's here. Is the reason why you won't tell us your name because you're not a human being? Oh!
Bro, what the f?
I'm having fun.
What the f, bro? What did it say? It is time.
For another time.
It's for another time.
Who is that down there?
Dude, I'm so fucking spooked.
I'm getting ready to run, dude.
You're staying.
You
This is scary.
That bang was?
Appear.
Are you gonna appear for us so we can see you in person? I swear I just heard a woman's voice like,
It's beautiful here.
bring more.
I do not feel good.
Okay, well, this camera's about to die. This camera's about to die. Let's head downstairs and
We're
grab.
about to die.
Let's leave this static running up here, and go down and grab batteries, and come back up.
All right.
The doll room, I mean, you want to talk about something straight out of nightmares. Not only did the rosary fall off of the doll, but Connor and I were straight up hearing inhuman screeches and growls coming from this hallway. You can tell where something's coming from. They were coming from right outside the door. And I don't know what the hell that is. And I mean, every single thing it was telling us, it was so on point. And I'm not even going to acknowledge it anymore. Something was there, and it was not only trying to talk to us, but it was trying to do something dark, something bad to us, and we could feel it. And as we headed on through the night and pressed on in the investigation, I don't know, it got so dark. But we wanted to do a DR60 to see if we could kind of find out exactly what this thing wanted from us. Oh, there's actually something in the field. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That blue dot? Mm-hmm. Oh, look, it's moving, bro. There's something walking in the hallway in front of us. Oh, whoa! Dude, what the bro? Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
What? Bro, that's insane that that's picking that up. Right there. Look at that. That device right here
Now they're gone.
was picking up something walking across this hallway with this laser grid. And we just caught that on camera. Okay guys, so right now we just picked up an anomaly walking down the hallway. We have had an incredibly active and frightening night so far. It's about 4 in the morning. We're pretty tired, so we're getting close to winding down. But before we get to the Estes method, we're gonna do a DR60. We're right here in cold in here. That's what you just said. This is where the murder supposedly happened, where the man strangled the woman to death. So we're gonna do a DR60 session right here and see if we can pick up any voices.
Want to hit record on that little sucker?
Turn this off.
All right.
So we've been talking to you for a while. Can you tell us what your name is?
What's the thing that keeps making all the noises?
Who or what is attached to that haunted doll? Is it a demon?
Do you not like that we're here with that?
Are you gonna hurt us like you said you were going to earlier? Or was that a false threat?
Where are you?
Did a murder actually happen in this room? Or is that just a rumor? Who's in the closet right now? Can you open that door for us?
Would love to see that.
Play it back.
So, we've been talking to you for a while. Can you tell us what your name is?
tell us what your name is? What's the thing that keeps... So, we've been talking to you for a while. Can you tell us what your name is?
Raymond! My name is Raymond.
Alright.
Whoa!
So, we've been talking to you for a while. Can you tell us what your name is? What's the thing that keeps making all the noises? Who or what is it? What's the thing that keeps making all the noises? Who or what is attached to that haunted doll? Is it a demon? Do you not like that we're here with some attached to that haunted doll? Is it a demon? Do you not like that we're here with them? Are you gonna hurt us like you said you were going to earlier? Or was that a false threat? Going to earlier? Or was that a false threat?
That literally sounds like a snicker, like.
Or was that a false threat?
Oh, that gave me a chill.
Where are you?
Ooh. Oh, I'm getting chills bad right now.
Me too.
Where are you? Did a murder actually? Where are you? Did a murder actually happen in this room? Or is that just a rumor? Who's in the closet right now? Can you open that door for us?
Well, whatever's here is not good. Once again, it doesn't seem like we're talking. Does not seem like we're talking to Raymond, Elizabeth, any of the human spirits. It seems like it's like something inhuman that's just like dark, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I feel like someone's putting like ice packs all over my back right now. Like my front's not cold, but like my back feels like there's just like coldness just engulfing my back.
I get that. I feel that too. Well, you ready to do an Estes method? I said we have to go to the newsroom.
So after hearing all of those voices on the DR60, as if someone's whispering to us from the closet, it was time to do the Estes method. And this time I was gonna go under. And it ended up taking over me.
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Paranormal Files. So, as you guys know online, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show every single week. And this week, all you have to do to enter this contest is like today's video, so go down there and smash that like button, and comment, "I'm never checking out." So I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds to do this now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, go comment and like, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys so much. If you don't know, liking every single video and commenting helps me get into the algorithm and beat the YouTube machine. So every single comment helps so much, and you can leave multiple comments. But we have some amazing videos coming up on the channel in the next month and a half. The Lizzie Borden house, the Conjuring house, the S.K. Pierce mansion, the most haunted forest in America. So many amazing videos. So you guys are really in for a treat. But thank you all so much for watching tonight. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this this video. The Estes is definitely crazy on this one. And yeah, thanks for watching again, y'all, and stay spooky. Okay, guys, so right now we are in the noose room where, yeah, a lot of paranormal activity has been reported. I was in this room last time I visited the hotel and had some pretty intense paranormal activity occur, some poltergeist activity. And this we felt was a natural place to end the investigation because we're at the farthest point, the deepest point of the hotel where, I don't know, it seemed like it wanted us to come to. There was just something that it seemed like it was trying to tell us to come down here. But Connor's going to go under the Estes method. He is going to be putting on the Gansfield, the experiment goggles, which instead of a traditional Estes blindfold, they're red lights that you have over your eyes. So you actually keep your eyes open, and through doing this, you're supposed to be able to start seeing things in the red. So I'm also going to have a red light to match the vibe. All right, whoever's here with us, we've been speaking all night to you, and we wanted to come to this room to try and communicate with you. I want to know right away, are you a human spirit?
Not a cat? Not like that? I don't know.
I know you're not a cat, but are you... I'll just flat out ask, are you a demon of some sort? Are you what people would consider to be demonic? Just you never were a human?
I'm over here.
Where are you?
Look at me.
Where are you? Can you make a noise in the room to let me know where you are?
I know you.
That came from over there. I think. You remember me from the last time that I was here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, the last time that I was here, I remember you tried to get into my mind. You were like...
I'm angry.
You were very angry. Why are you so angry?
I want them.
Who is them? The women spirits here? Or the prostitutes when you were alive? Did you manage the brothel? Or are you just something who wants to hurt people and wants people's souls?
Death.
So you're the person we were talking to earlier when you said, I am death.
It's not over.
What's not over? Can you be more specific, please, whoever you are?
You're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. We're just trying to figure out what you want, since you seem to like hurting people. And scaring people, at least. What's your name? Can you tell us what your name is? I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
I feel so sick right now.
Are you making Connor feel sick? Connor's the guy over there with the headphones. And the goggles on, the glasses.
I like this. It's easy.
Personally, I think that you've been making Connor sick all night from the moment we stepped into the doll room, and I think that whatever you are, this evil dark thing, I think you'd like to act like you're attached to that doll,
I'm not scared.
but I think that you're something that's more powerful, that's been here longer than that doll has been here. So who the hell are you? I know you're not scared, and I'm not scared of you. I'm spending the whole night here, and I'm sleeping here tonight, so you can try your best, but I'm not leaving.
Raise?
Raise what? What are you saying? I want you to tell me your name. I demand that you tell me your name.
I have many.
Many what? Once again, you're avoiding the question of telling me what your name is. Why won't you tell me what your name is?
Shut up.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Why don't you?
He told you.
Kind of. He told me what they think your name is, but nobody knows exactly what your real name is. What is it? If that name's correct, then tell me that that's your name. But I'm asking you what your real name is. Okay, I have a real question for you. Would you hurt somebody if you were given the chance to?
I'm going to.
And who do you think you're gonna hurt?
Him.
Me, Colin, or him, Connor? I feel like Connor's been your target all night for some reason. Maybe he's answering the question for the spirit.
I feel like I'm losing my mind right now, dude.
Are you affecting Connor right now?
I followed you.
Where did you follow me to? I don't believe you.
All night.
Oh, you followed us around the building, you mean? I believe that. Why? What do you want from me or from all the people that play with you and
He's
come to
special.
speak? What about him is so special that you're attracted to? I'm hearing whispering. That's fucking creepy. I just heard something. Just whisper.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
What the What was that?
I think
feel like
Connor's
there's
phone
someone,
just
like,
went off.
Fucking grabbing me by the neck right now.
I don't know what just caused Connor's phone to go off in his
Like
pocket.
my
That was
fucking
weird.
throat's starting to close up.
Are you trying to attack Connor? It's not gonna work. We're both protected. Tell me what
It doesn't
you are.
always work.
Tell me what you are, please.
Death. Dude, I really don't like this.
This is a question that I always want to ask entities like you. I know that you are an entity and you are never a human. What do you want? Like, what is the point of you being here? Do you just like to hurt people? Do you live off of energy? Do you like scaring people? What's your purpose for being here?
I'm genuinely curious.
It's all fun.
What's the most fun thing that you could possibly do? What activity brings you the most enjoyment?
The rope.
Do you like playing with the rope? Do you like when people get in the rope? Did you like hanging people with rope? What do you mean?
Torture.
So you like torturing people? Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Are you torturing Connor right now?
Dude, I feel bad.
Would you kill one of us if you had the chance? Would you take our lives? I don't think you have enough power or energy to, but let's say you did. Would you do it?
It's a dream.
It's a dream to take our lives?
Uh-huh.
That was a incredibly loud noise right out here.
You're mine.
Oh, dude, it's actually getting so cold in here all of a sudden. Are you coming into the room right now? Because I heard you in the hallway. And it's getting very cold in here. Who's this person that's coming in here right now?
It's getting so fucking cold in here. You can't hide.
We're not hiding. We're right here at the end of the hallway. I just heard you out in the hallway. That was a really loud noise you made. This is our last chance to talk. It's kind of scary to think that you'd kill us if you had the chance to. How would you kill us? What would you do to us?
Connor looks bad.
Oh God, dude. I don't feel safe right now.
Okay, we're almost done talking to you, so if you have anything else left you want to say to us, this is the time to say it.
You better go.
What are you, though?
Right behind the door.
I appreciate the... That's creepy because there's some space behind that door. Can you shut that door for me? Could you make another loud noise for me while we're here? In the hallway, maybe?
I'm hearing static, like it's like hundreds of things growling at me in these headphones. I'm freaked the fuck out, dude.
This is your last chance. Do you have any final message to us?
Oh, I just saw a shadow. I just saw a shadow. Yeah, I'm gonna get him out because this is fucking freaking me out.
Oh my God, dude.
Yo, bro.
Sorry, something went wrong. Please
What?
try again.
What is that?
My phone?
Have you noticed how cold it is?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not even fucking kidding you. Something when you were doing that got thrown in that hallway like so loud. I jumped out of the chair. I wouldn't be surprised if our fucking rope is like moved.
That bad?
I am not kidding. It was so fucking loud. I was like, and then right 10 seconds ago before you came out, I was asking it to do it again, and I kept hearing like all around the room. It was like just getting closer and closer, bro.
I think it was a straight up growl.
Bro.
I think
Bro.
I think I don't feel safe here.
Can you make another noise like that? We just heard you. Come on, try to scare us one more time before we leave. Okay, let's walk down and see what happened. I swear, bro, that was so loud.
The rope's going off.
What? Oh, no way! Did you get that on camera?
Yes.
What?
That whole rope just lit up.
I told you, bro. Can you do that again? Can you light this rope up? Dude, that's so trippy that we walked out at that exact moment.
Well, it was like one way down there that was going off. And then I pointed at it, I'm like, dude, the rope's going off. And you looked at it and the whole thing lit up.
That's so trippy that this rope just in the whole thing.
Dude, too fucking bad we didn't have a static on this.
Bro, something got thrown in here, and I'm like not even kidding either. Like I don't know what it was, but it was like really
You
loud.
wanna check in here?
Yeah. Well, I want to end the whole invest. I don't know what moved, but I'm gonna say to whoever's attached to this doll, we're putting you back in this thing. The Lord of Death, whoever you are, you have to stay attached to this doll, and you have to stay in this room because we're binding you once again to this object like you were at the beginning of the night. And you do not have permission to follow us home or to follow any viewers. And in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, God above, you have to stay attached to this doll. I don't know if that shit works, but we'll find out soon. Alright folks, we're gonna provide some wrap-up thoughts in the morning, but this was scary as shit, and that fucking jump rope was fucking crazy just now. Like, every single new device we used went crazy tonight. So, yeah, let's clean this shit up, brother.
The Olde Park Hotel. Definitely a place that I do not want to be in alone. No matter if it's the bathroom, the kitchen, any of the rooms, I would never spend a night here alone. I mean, me and Colin were trying to decide what room we could both fit in so we didn't have to sleep alone. I mean, this place has got this energy to it that, I mean, it's draining, it's evil, it's disturbing. I mean, just all the noises we were hearing last night, all the responses we were getting on the devices. I mean, there's really just no explanation for any of that other than this place is insanely haunted. I'd like to say I'd want to come back here, but honestly, I'm kind of scared about this place. It's confusing. It's like it's turned my brain completely on its head. I mean, there's no words for this place other than hell no.
That was good. All right.
So at the end of the day, the Olde Park Hotel here in Ballinger, Texas is truly one of my favorite places in all of Texas. Now, I have to say, it has a very similar energy to the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells. I mean, there's so much interesting history here in the hotel, but there's just an ever-present darkness that's here. And I can say honestly, this darkness has grown over the last few years. Most definitely 1,000 times right now. It's 1,000 times stronger than when I first visited back in 2018. I don't know if that has to do with the seances that are being done here, all the different people that are coming through, all the haunted objects they're collecting. I don't know, but there's something here, and I really hope more people come through to try and investigate and document this, because this haunting was terrifying. This was so scary. Like Connor said, we literally were walking through bedrooms saying, like, should we sleep together in this bed? Like, should we share this bed? And then we decided to sleep on the couches in the equipment room downstairs. We couldn't even stay up here because we were just so freaked at the end of the night. But yeah, please let me know in the comment section below what you guys think we were talking to, who it was, what it was. I pray that you guys all are protected after watching this, because the doll and whatever's energy is in here is just evil. That's all it is it's evil. But we love y'all so much. Thank you for watching, truly from the bottom of our hearts. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We definitely enjoyed filming it, even though we were terrified. We'll see you next week. And yeah, stay spooky.
Hello.